It's honey money. Money, funny Monday. I don't know. We're live.
Maniac Monday.
We is alive.
Yes, a little bit more like it.
I don't know what kind of live we is, but it's got a heartbeat.
Well, thank Jesus I'm alive after hanging out with y'all.
Yeah, you don't blame. No, you. How old are you?
I'm 21.
If that were true, I would say that explains a lot, but no.
It was fun though.
Nobody sat there with a gun to your head going, "You must lift the straw to your lips and drink."
Yeah, but the rule is you can't waste alcohol. If there's alcohol left,
really, I thought the rule was don't get so messed up you can't walk.
I helped you finish it.
You can't waste alcohol.
I was not. That's alcohol abuse.
That's
The
alcohol
funniest thing I
abuse.
heard the whole night and will last forever in my mind, we were standing in the line to check out at Tarjay. Benny looks over at Doc and says, "Look, you have to stop harassing the white man."
Oh my God.
I said, "That's the funniest crap I've ever heard in my life. I have never heard that." Honey, you have to stop harassing the white man.
And then the cashier was probably like, what?
It was hilarious.
What?
Oh my God.
Absolutely hilarious.
I'm embarrassed.
It's nothing to be embarrassed.
You're embarrassed. I was the one being harassed in Target's line.
What did I do?
You groped me.
Oh.
I thought you worked for the airlines.
No.
You were checking to see if I was a drug mule.
Oh my gosh.
Shoot, I didn't see that part. Is
You
that
were
when I went to go
like
get Benny?
like knuckle deep. I thought you were going to ask me to cough.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Thank God you don't wear rings.
That must,
Thank
Or
God
have
you're
big
short and
hands.
stubby too.
that must have been when I went
If
to
you
go
had
get David.
hands like an NBA player, I'd be in trouble.
Oh my God.
I wish everybody could see the camera, Doc.
She's red.
I'm
Is
laughing.
her nail polish.
I'm actually lying too because that didn't take place.
Oh, I can't see it.
Shit, maybe lying's a bad word. I was joking. No, you kept saying something. And I can't remember what it was, but Benny did say, "You're harassing the white man. Stop harassing." And I was like, I will remember that forever. That is hilarious.
We had a great time.
And then I started to pull a little, at one point, I started to pull a little bit of the, "Okay, Miss Lazy." And then I looked around and I thought, some of these people aren't going to take this too good. See, me and Doc have this thing. If you've not noticed, I'm white. And she's not. So for those of y'all in radio world that have no idea that I'm a white man in Conyers and she's a black female in Conyers, but
I'm not white.
I'm sorry. I thought you knew. Is that why no mirrors are allowed in your house? Crap. I thought it was because of your hair. I didn't know what the problem was.
I thought she was just sunburnt.
I'm not white.
But
Smelled
we
too
make
much teen in bed.
we make this joke of the whole Morgan Freeman driving Miss Daisy. And for years and years and years off, whenever I've made the joke, I've tried to say Miss Lazy because it wasn't just Doc I've made this joke with. But I've never done the skit type prank. Like I've done the voice, but never to somebody or with somebody. But then one day me and Doc was doing something and she just like hands me the bags like, "Here, white man."
Well, crap, I should have handed you mine too then.
And it won't work the same with you.
I know.
Because
but
you are Miss Lazy.
I would have handed
With
it
me
to
and her, it's a
hand to you.
skit. With me and her, it's just a prank. It's kind of the truth. Hop along. So, but the thing was, she handed me her bags one day, and we're in front. I'm the only white man in the building, so let's just word it that way. So I'm like, "Okay, Miss Lazy, if you make your way to the door, let me get the door for you, Miss Lazy. Come on, watch yourself going off that curb. I don't want nothing's happening to you."
As he's hunched over.
Yeah, and I've got a little bit of hunch. So, we start out the door. I'm like, Come on, Miss Lady. It's got to be good cracker for you, boss. Just don't beat me." And people don't know whether to laugh,
Or to be offended.
cry, be offended. I don't know if somebody's reaching to hit me with a 2x4, a gun. I have no clue. But we were going into Old Charlie's doing it too, and my wife was periscoping, and I'm like, "All right, Miss Lazy, come on, watch your step, getting up off that curb. Here, let's gotta get the dough for you." And people are sitting there like, "What in the hell did I just see?" But it's hilarious if you were actually able to see it.
It's hilarious.
Very hilarious. Anybody that's offended, please send your message to chokeonit.com. Because we're not accepting hate mail with just for fun anymore.
Oh my God. And actually our skit was one of the reasons why that business reached out to me later on about becoming a sponsor. And I was like, because her exact words to me were you and
you and the white man.
she called you Scotty. She
said, really?
Yeah, she called you Scotty. She said you and Scotty.
I thought she'd say you and your boy.
my peeps.
So you and your driver.
She said y'all have such an amazing relationship, and she's like, I just wish more people were willing to break down barriers the way that you two do.
I'm so sick of it. Like I posted like from my time hop or my timeshare or whatever, because now you have Facebook that has the time hop kind of thing too. But memories. Anyways, I did a video last year and I'm making a crack about the Klan, and I'm like, it's not just about the Klan. It's about everybody knocking down walls and quit being racist and everything else. Because I'm just as ill with the Klan as I am with the Panthers, or just as ill with the whole. It's the mentality. It's not them. It's not one person as a group. It's the mentality. Because don't take offense to this, but some of these people that listen, the Black Lives That Matter. Why can't it just be lives matter?
All lives matter.
And it's not all of them. I'm not trying to say it's all of them, but it's a majority of stupidity and hatred. And the problem is the only people that feed in to the stupid are the people that are already one step from being stupid. That's the whole problem. The only people that are listening to the Klan are the stupid people that are associated with the Klan. It just doesn't make sense to me. And send all your hate mail to Suck It, because we're not accepting emails from them either. Suckit.com.
Well, and
741, I will make sure I offend 14 religions by 750.
Oh, wow, we're going for a record today. But, remember that sports commentator? Did everybody see that over the weekend? The sports commentator who, I don't know if he was a commentator or a player, but he was a black guy, and he was over the whole Black Lives Matter thing. And he was like, you can't say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, it's a player that said that. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. And he's like, so now everybody is like all up in arms about
hating on him.
Yeah, they're hating on him.
For speaking an opinion.
Right.
It's totally his opinion. He totally has that right. What's really funny is and I'll let you go back to it, but you have all these people that have fought all these years for freedom of speech. Well, I don't see anywhere on the Constitution where it says anybody has the right to control my freedom of thought.
You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My freedom of opinion is right under the ink mark on the very first letter. You just don't see it. But as soon as that pen started writing this Constitution, just don't think about that. But my freedom for thought was already under that piece of paper.
Well, because what he was saying is people were, a lot of the people in the Black Lives Matter movement wanted to separate. Because, I brought up the post one time. I said, we've got more black on black crime than we do police officers killing black men. And I got attacked for it. So I just stopped posting stuff like that altogether. Because, and it's like, it's like that player said, you can't advocate for Black Lives Matter when you try to separate the black on black crime, because it all goes together. How can we have Black Lives Matter when you've got black on black crime? It all goes together. You can't tell somebody else, I need you to value my life, when you're not even valuing it in the whole community.
Well, how about right now this morning they're showing the evidence where they locked up 5 black males, probably ranging from that whole 18 to 26 frame, who shot and killed a white redneck boy in Fairburn who was just trying to sell a little bit of weed. Okay. So he was selling some weed, but does that give 5 black guys a right to kill him?
Was that the one in that Crystal's Park?
Yeah.
Crystal's
So
Park.
where's our natural, Is the guy from High Times, the Pot Grow magazine, going to stand up and say that white pothead lives matter? Who's standing up for him? I mean, because you just have 5 black guys who, no matter what the story is, if the white guy died and he's dead, and the 5 black guys are alive, that's still murder. I don't give a shit what planet you're from. That's still murder. And where's everybody screaming for him? Just for fun matters.
Hey. What matters?
Just for fun matters.
You totally caught her off guard.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, you did. I was like, really? So y'all know who this is. I'm calling because I wanted to elaborate on what Anise was saying with Richard. It's Richard Sherman, the football player.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, and what he had said was he is for Black Lives Matter. He understands that, sometimes black men are being shot down wrong, but he believes that it's the black on black crime. If we don't care as black people, if we don't care that our lives matters amongst each other, how can we expect anyone else to care?
Yes,
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
And that
So
it only makes sense. I mean, why should that even be a question? It only makes sense.
Right. And he said we need to start looking internally as a culture, as a community. What do we find that's important amongst ourselves and our own children and our own communities? We don't care about our own community, so how can we expect anyone else to care?
That's right.
And so that's what he got in trouble for.
Hey, Benny,
supposedly.
Do you watch the TV show that just ended for the season, but called Zoo?
No, I haven't.
Okay, try to catch back up with the show Zoo and just watch it. It's got a little sci-fi feel to it. But here's what happened: some scientist was working on something, and it changed genetics in animals, so that all animals can communicate. So where people already think monkeys can talk to each other, now monkeys can talk to gorillas, they can talk to lions, and it's not like they speak like human, but they all seem to understand each other, and they all seem to have a culture about them now. But what is happening, and a lot of people are watching the show not realizing kind of what I'm fixing to say, but what is happening is the tigers are now not eating the pigs.
Yeah, they're communicating.
They're all communicating as a civilization.
Right. I read the book. Do they start taking down different cities and stuff?
Yes,
and they start taking over?
Yes, and that's where they're at. That's where it ended with the first season, is they're taking over the cities.
Yeah.
But the
Right.
point
I read the book.
The point I find that's really cool in this, and I mean, I don't know how many other people see it this way, but what I find is very cool is, so lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, nobody is eating anybody.
Nope.
No animal is killing another animal. They're all uniting and they're standing up against humans. So as I'm saying this, I think the writer who has put all this together is showing that if these animals can come together and quit killing each other, then why can't humans?
Exactly.
That's the funny thing.
That's a concept that Hollywood has played with since Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That mankind is on a road to destruction, destroying itself, and the animals have a little better instinct about survival and working together.
That's
and
right.
Pretty soon we're going to be the I guess on the bottom of the food chain, for lack of a better analogy.
Right.
But so we're starting to see that. If you look at some of your YouTube videos of like the lion and the lamb, the female lion that took care of the baby lamb after she killed the mother, her instincts was to protect the baby lamb from the other lions.
Well,
And the elephant and the turtle that became friends. This is starting to happen. Evolution is real. I think there is a delicate balance between creation, that God created the heavens and the earth, and he also put evolution into play. And animals evolve. We as a human race evolve. I mean, we think differently now than we did, say, 20 years ago, even 30 years ago. But technology kind of suppresses our ability to evolve, where the animals don't have that technology to suppress. And I think that's where that book went to as the season goes on. I'm going to watch Zoo, but I think what you're going to see in the next season is that it is technology that is suppressing us and our ability to evolve and to get along. Because think about it. We have Facebook, and our Facebook friends are real friends to us as opposed to our neighbors down the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly.
So we're no longer going out and becoming and having human contact amongst each other. We're sitting behind a computer, or we're on our smartphones. We're now where we're taking our computers with us. Smartphones have become our desktop computers. Yeah. Where we used to have to go home to get on the computer. Now we just take them with us. So technology is suppressing our ability to evolve to a higher level of thought, where animals don't have that suppression and they pay attention. My dogs and my cats get along. I can remember back in the day when you couldn't put a dog and a cat in the room together.
Right.
Because their natural instinct were to fight. Now dogs and cats love each other. Cats are raising baby chickens. There are all these YouTube videos out here that are telling us that some type of evolutionary process is happening, and we're missing it because we're stuck on technology.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we're getting away from nature.
Hey, before you go any further, for everybody that's listening to the radio app, I just was told, 20 minutes into it, that there was just music playing. So apparently our backup computer was still running the station, and I didn't have a clue. I need a red light or something to blink. But anybody that's been watching video, hey, you just got 20 minutes of a really good show. And everybody that's listening from the app is just figuring it out. And what's really sad is Raven's Renovation said, okay, buddy, you're cutting into the just for fun time. But he never said what he was saying. He never addressed why he sent that to me. And I thought it was because I was talking about a subject he didn't want to talk about, but yet he didn't exactly explain. And now he says, oh. So, yeah. So now I got little Richard going, we're going good now. It's like everybody noticed it wasn't playing. From now on, people, at 7:30, if something doesn't seem right, please text me to make sure I know. I'm sorry I cut in on you, Benny. And Stephanie,
that's
go
okay.
ahead.
You have failed to evolve as a radio station.
There's just so much going on all the time. It's hard to keep up with every little thing.
Benny's cracking herself up this morning. She's just back there laughing. What were you saying though?
But no, I don't want to draw on, because I can just sit here and talk for hours. But I'm going to let you guys go and finish your show. Because I have to get Miles up to brush his teeth.
All righty.
We just started.
Well, thanks for calling in.
All right, love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. I can't believe that had been running.
What were you saying?
I was just going to say that here in Georgia at Noah's Ark, they actually have a lion, a tiger, and a bear that lives in the same
They do.
exhibit.
Yeah, they grew up as infants together.
Yes.
And they were all found in a cage, or in cages in somebody's basement.
Yeah.
And the bear actually had like burns on his nose from the crate being so small. When he would turn, he just like it was raw from where he would.
And
they're adorable.
Yeah, and then their names are
Blue.
Yeah, out of the Jungle Book.
Yeah, hold on a second. They're so cute.
Yeah. But
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. That's the like middle exhibit.
Yeah,
when you walk back there.
Yeah, that's what they're really known for, is the bear and the tiger and the lion living together. But
wow,
I'm
trying to think about. I don't think I've ever gone to Noah's Ark. I know I've done the Yellow River Game Ranch.
Ranch.
I don't think I've ever done Noah's Ark.
Overpriced too.
Yeah, we was at Dulcet. A lot of people call it Dawson, but it's Dulcet Trails.
How was that?
We were there yesterday. It's good. Zaylee's just still not quite to the age where she's enjoying it. Like, the biggest thing she had a kick out of was being on the walkway over the lake, where she can see big turtles on one side and like one really huge catfish, and then on the other side there was like a lot of medium-sized turtles and a bunch of huge carp. But it's the reason she's fascinated with that is we've been out here showing her that here at our house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was familiar to her. She knew what she looked for. Now, what was funny was like the bear was a pretty good ways away, and she's just sticking her hand through the fence waving. Of course, there's huge fences. She's nowhere near it. Everybody keep that brain censored and think about what you're thinking. But she's waving, hey. And the bear's just like, over there licking his paws. He wasn't even paying attention to her. And then we saw a buffalo, and it was kind of the same thing. She was just like staring at the buffalo. Hey! And buffalo could care less that she was right there. But then I pointed to some deer and stuff like that, and she didn't grasp she didn't know what we were pointing at.
Yeah.
We pointed to turkeys, and she's waving at the tree.
At Noah's Ark, they joke around and call them the BLT. This is the bear, lion, and tiger. It's Baloo, Leo, and Shere Khan.
Okay.
The bear is Baloo. The
Tiger
is Shere Khan, and the lion is Leo. But they're so cute because they'll sit there and play together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't tell you how many times I've passed by and one of them's like licking the other one's ear or something like that. It's really cute.
So we need to do a field trip to Noah's Ark.
Oh, we've talked about it. We saw a cougar, and that was what Zaylee found the most fascinating. Was the cougar because she wanted to pet it like Bella. So I can imagine if she was able to see the lion, the tiger, and the bear.
Oh my!
That would be cute.
Yeah, I tried to make it there Saturday, but I got lost.
Make it to what?
Noah's Ark.
Oh.
You go on some of the most incredible adventures. You went zombie hunting.
Yeah, what the hell has happened to you? All of a sudden, you're like, I'm out of here.
I know. It's like,
did you get paroled? I mean,
no, look,
they take the ankle monitor off.
I look at Stephanie's Facebook page, like the Where's Waldo. I'm like, okay, where's Stephanie today? Oh, Steph and Asher going to fight zombies.
They let the gate open to West Porterdale. She escaped.
Is there a West Porterdale?
I didn't think y'all traveled that far from home.
Oh yeah,
there's a West Porterdale.
Yeah, my neighborhood.
Oh,
we should take you there.
Okay.
And just leave you.
Field trip.
She'd fit in.
I know. It's just funny to watch her go, huh?
Trying to figure it out.
She's trying to figure it out.
We'll make sure all the rebel flags are down before you come through. It's a joke.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. I've never seen those in Porterdale. What part of Porterdale do you live in?
JD says JD says he sees cougars every day.
Oh my Lord.
Does he work at the Atlanta Zoo?
Oh my God. He doesn't get it.
Cougars. Cougars.
Older women.
Smooth one, Doc.
I wasn't expecting it to like shift gears on me that fast.
That was still talking about cougars. What are you talking about?
No, but we were talking about animals, and then we went to talking to animals.
Oh, those are animals.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my God, those are definitely animals.
Wow.
Hey, look, let's shoot off the commercial. Even though for the people listening from the app, it makes nothing. Yeah, it makes nothing to you. That means all my dedications were worthless. So,
well, now, someone just sent me a text. TuneIn Radio was working. It's just the app.
No, everything was working. It was the backup computer. So it was just music. It wasn't 20 minutes of us talking.
But David said it was good music.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it was good music because, I mean, we've been loading music. But I got a friend that might be having to go to the Hooskow, and I made the joke that this song went out to him before he had to go back to lockup. So this next song goes out to him. We'll be back in a minute.
The Hooskow.
Never heard that one.
I've never heard that one either.
Wow, that was friggin' hilarious.
The radio or the cougars?
No, both.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know. I checked. I came downstairs and I checked the. Made sure everything was working. I know.
That's why, because he was listening. You need to start vaping and stop smoking. Okay. I love you more. I want you around for a long time. I love you a long time.
We'll settle for you as long as you can be here. Back on the chain gang.
Oh. Sept, did you say you did or you didn't get to watch the Emmys last night?
I watched bits and pieces of it.
See, I didn't get to see any of it. We went to bed at like 9 o'clock because we knew we were going to have to get up at 4:30.
Mm.
She's like, mm-mm.
Well, I didn't get to sleep. My sleeping medicine didn't work for some reason last night. I didn't get to bed till 1 o'clock,
Wow.
and then had to be back up at 5:30.
Now, does Ashley ride the bus to school?
Yeah,
That's sweet.
she was. Whoa, she was up and ready to go. Come here, B. Bella.
Girl, you know Bella don't follow directions.
Usually she loves you. Come here, baby. Come here, B. Come here. Come here.
Come on, Bella. Come on. Come on, B. Come on, come on. She's out there killing spiders. I'm like, don't kill spiders. They eat all these damn mosquitoes.
Well, y'all got that thing up there that zaps the mosquitoes.
That don't work like crap.
So,
That was a waste of my money.
mm. Oh my God.
Sound's starting to act stupid again. I had it last week where it was just fine.
Well, as long as we don't hear that AM radio in my ear again.
Yeah, but look, you see the microphone volume jumping back up? Watch. I keep dropping it. Boom. It's just a crazy, but then when you get on it and you start talking, it'll take itself back down. But the problem is when somebody's talking real fast or they get off the mic and then get back on the mic real fast, the sound fluctuates, which is why I have a hard time controlling how good the bands sound. Because 1 minute their voice will be one height. See, watch it. It's just sitting there moving. Watch. It just friggin' drives me nuts. And it seems to be a problem that we just have on a Windows computer. Nothing I can really do about it.
So are you off until the morning?
Hello, my love.
Oh, me.
So, David, before I go to this other doctor,
Mhm.
David wants me to call him because I noticed this morning that toenail is blue underneath.
So
Did you smash it?
Hmm.
That means you're not getting any oxygen.
And maybe that's why it hurts so damn.
Yeah.
So he was, I hit it in
Honey, the baby's crying.
the end of May, like May 31st.
What'd you say?
Our bottom step.
Shh. What'd you say? Okay. Thank you. I wasn't trying to be smart. I just heard her starting to move around and stuff like that. Okay. Go back to being you. Love you. I'm going to turn this monitor off.
Our bottom step gets slippery when it's raining. And my my dad was coming for a birthday party and he just had back surgery. I'll tell you.
And we're back with the smooth sound. So this is our freaking Saturday morning.
Oh my God. Are you fixing your hair?
Yeah, I had to make sure that it wasn't sticking up.
You know, you can go buy some earbuds. You do know that.
I know it, but they don't sound as good as this.
I'm gonna explain a couple things. If you buy some good earbuds, they will.
Yeah, like some Beats earbuds.
Like not necessarily Beats, but
That's
there
a
was
joke.
there were some I bought one time, and I have no idea where they went in this house because
They grew legs.
yes, I have a stepchild that just takes stuff without telling you sometimes. But you go pay about $50-$60 for a good pair of earbuds that
Oh
will
my
sound.
gosh.
How the headphones you're wearing are $200.
I know, that's why I love them.
Yeah, but I'm
She
saying,
doesn't want to use anything
but you can
else.
go buy some nice earbuds so that you don't mess up your hair, and then you'll have your own earbuds. I don't know what you need in podcasting, but at least you would have headphones here.
Here. Okay. So
And then what you can do is once you start wearing them, you can actually run the cord down through your shirt and put a clip on your bottom of your shirt. So when you stand up, you would actually unplug. Even if you accidentally forgot to unplug, you would actually unplug before you yank them off your ears.
Is this
what I was
bringing
trying
back
to say.
memories, Doc?
Oh my
Doc
God.
decided to walk to the sink a couple days ago, and
Friday.
it was like watching a pit bull run across the yard and get 2 feet from the property line.
Friday was just an off day.
It
I
was an
walked
off
into the door. I mean,
No, I want to make sure people know this. She didn't say she walked into the door. She walked into the door.
I have to go to the bathroom. I pee in my pants. She goes,
boom.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Friday
So that
was an
wasn't
off
walked
day.
in through the door. It was just strictly walk into the door.
Because I really thought that the bathroom door was like
Yeah,
kind
because it moved.
No, I thought it was like kind of.
That's not what a rotating door actually means.
I
It
thought it
means it
was-
just spins.
I thought it was like cracked open a little bit, and so I was just going to push it, and then it was really close, and I'm like, oh. So, okay, let's go to something else.
Hey, let's
Now
talk about-
entering.
Let's talk about. I didn't know that.
Ooh.
Here's some good ones today. Go ahead with the first one. I'll do the second one.
Okay, so did you know? This is like trivia. Did you know that the most played song on American radio during the 20th century was "You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling"?
Sing it, Scotty.
No, because my wife, I could choke her. We were walking through the Halloween store, and I don't know why all of a sudden the Top Gun crap is starting to sell again. But they had an end cap of the cheap aviator mirror glazed whatever tinted lenses, the fake crappy plastic leathery looking whatever garbage jacket that's like $9. But yes, the Top Gun stuff for some reason is selling. So guess what she did as we're in the Halloween store? She starts singing the song and says, that is the most played song in history, blah, 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 blah. And then as we're walking through the store, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, I've stuck with that song in my head. Until she took it to one level worse.
Uh-oh.
She saw a fox.
What does the
fox say?
Jesus.
My mom put pictures. My mom lives in Wyoming, and so she's always getting these beautiful pictures. And she got one of a red fox.
Shot,
and-
hopefully.
No. No. And she got this picture of a red fox. And so I was like, but Mom, what did it say? And she's like, huh? So then I had to play that for her. So that's why
Right.
yesterday you saw me share
It
that.
says, shut up, you big dummy. That's what Red Fox says. Did you never watch Sanford and
A
Son?
different red fox.
That's a different red.
This is a
fox.
Shut
real
up, you
red
big
fox.
dummy. Hey, he was a real red fox too. I don't know how much more real than that you can get.
Okay, so go ahead, Doc. All right, continue.
And
or-
then the other 3 songs that were played 7 million times were "Never My Love."
Wait, Never My Love's what? Does it
that
say?
was the song.
It doesn't say who it's
It
by.
doesn't say who it's by.
Oh, so I don't even know the song.
here, I'll pull it up.
Yesterday, and
Yesterday, it doesn't say who that's from
it
either.
doesn't say who that one's from. And then
Okay.
"Stand By Me."
Well, Stand By Me could be by a dozen people, but we know
Yeah.
that song.
So I was like, woohoo.
Okay, and did you know that Weird Al Yankovic received a bachelor's degree in architecture in 1981,
Mm-mm.
and he also served as the valedictorian of his high school at 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know that a lot of people keep saying stupid stuff about Weird Al, but let me say,
Um,
he's made a killing,
Mhm.
absolute
yeah.
killing. And they interviewed him, and then it kind of like a little bit of a behind the scenes documentary with Weird Al. And then they talked to some of the people that he's made, parodies of. And the people say, it's you kind of feel honored when Weird Al makes a parody of your song.
mhm.
Right.
And of course the reporter's like, well, why do you say that? And he says, because you made it. And they're like, And he's like, you've made it when Weird Al is making a parody about you. So they all are very honored about it. But then it raises the question of, are you honored enough that you don't expect royalties?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, are you honored enough that you're not going to charge him for using your music and making a joke of your song?
I actually knew somebody at one point. She was already kind of out there, and she
Doc.
was.
Doc's kind of out there. Stephanie is too.
She was married to a younger guy, but she would tell you to in front of him that Weird Al Yankovic was her soulmate and they were meant to be together. And I'm like,
yeah, you're right. She's out
you're
there.
a stalker.
You're right. She's out there.
But anyway, okay. So Never My Love was the Association. Yesterday was the Beatles. And
yeah. Okay. Then that
Stand
one
By
makes sense.
Me was Benny King.
All right. So go back to the other one we didn't know.
The Association, Never My Love.
Huh. I don't even know it.
One.
Never heard.
I probably would if I heard it, but
You want me to sing it for you?
no,
Yeah.
thank you. If I wanted to hear it, I'd want to hear it enough to understand what it was.
I do a great rendition of Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah, but we already know what it's supposed to sound like.
This is gonna
So what I'm saying is if you go singing something we have no clue what it is, we'd really be lost. We've tried to convince Doc that she needs to go to the Awake Coffee House when they have their open mic night, and the way that she sings Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby, and the way that she sings Baby Got Back, that she needs to get it up there and do it like poetry. So with that being said, don't hit play yet.
I know.
With that being said, I want you, the way Benny suggested it, we were all standing on the curb, and she said, honey, you need to do it like you're talking to a bunch of third graders. And I said, yes, treat it like a nursery rhyme that you would do to little kids. Now, have your artsy coffee house pinky in the air while you're taking a sip of coffee feeling as you do the poetry version of Ice Ice Baby.
I like stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a heartbeat daily and nightly. Winter never stops. Nope, I don't know.
So see,
That's pretty dang good.
wouldn't it? She could do it in a
You could
artsy.
totally do it that way.
Yeah, yeah. All right, now how about Baby Got Back?
Oh my God, Becky. Look at her butt. It's just, it's so round.
It needs spanks.
It's just so, it's just so out there. I mean, she looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends or something. And I don't know the rest of that one.
Mhm.
I like the big butts and I
Okay,
cannot
not lie.
lie.
Okay.
You other brothers
Can't
deny.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because I mean, the way she says it is like the itsy bitsy spider, and she's doing the hands, So I could just see her go, big old butt. I mean, I could just see her.
And when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung.
See the way her hands move? Sprung. People need to watch
Y'all
this
need
on
to go
video.
back
This would be
to,
funny.
Where's the clock? Oh, there it is. 8:13 or
Yeah,
8:12.
Yeah, you need to come back to at least the 8:10 and start watching this because it's kind of funny.
And it's not kind of, it's funny.
I mean, I'm not making a joke out of this. I actually think if you did that, it would be interesting
hit.
because even though it wouldn't be an original, the way you do it would be original. So they would still, it would be artsy.
Yeah.
So beware Awake Coffee on the third
On the
Thursday.
Well, I have a confession. When I taught third grade, and I had to teach a poetry unit, I actually took
There you
rap
go.
songs
See?
and I would
Really?
break them down because the kids don't get the traditional poetry anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So rap and song lyrics are poetry, but it's just put to a really fast beat.
Just different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of poetry, I was going through some of my old stuff, like old pictures and stuff. And I found in like elementary school, I had made, and it wasn't even like for school, I'd made a booklet of poems. And like some of them, I'm like, damn, I was good. But I don't know.
And what happened?
Shut up. I already said it.
You stopped writing.
I did.
You killed your muse.
She stopped writing and started writing.
Scotty.
I'm talking about bicycles outside.
Oh,
golly, what is
Okay, so on
bunch
that
of
note,
pervs? I just mean you were a kid.
on that note, this is the association Never My Love.
How are we going to hear it?
She's gonna put that in front of a microphone. The same thing you talking to.
I don't know that song.
Keep going.
You ask me if there'll come a time when I grow tired of you.
Okay, that's enough. Speaking of growing tired,
I recognize it now.
I think I need a
little
tie-dyed shirt and like a headband and,
no, I think that's a couple of years of advanced. A couple years more penny loafers and white socks is
oh my God,
50s,
did you wear
60s,
penny
and
loafers
70s.
and white socks? I did. I used to have a little vest. It was
That
like
explains
yellow.
a lot.
I've never owned penny loafers. Have no need to ever own.
Did you put
penny
pennies in
loafers.
them?
I did. And I had
I like wore Sebagos for like a summer,
I had Sebagos too. Oh my
And
God.
just because they
I-
were comfortable.
I had the Walmart version of Birkenstocks.
I still wear
We
Birkenstocks.
we couldn't afford the Birkenstocks.
Oh my gosh.
We had the cheap version of them.
I wore penny loafers and I had the little socks, the socks that have the diamonds on them.
Not the frillies at the bottom, the
No,
lace.
I wore it and I pulled them all the way up to my knees.
So I can hear the song. If everybody can just follow this, we like the cars that go boom.
Oh, I know that song.
I can hear the music though, and her going, "We like the socks." I could just see it now with the conversation of.
Okay, back to did you know that?
Okay, so did you know? So the top 5 most stolen items in a drugstore are batteries, cosmetics, film, sunglasses, and are you ready? Preparation H.
Scotty, I told you to stop.
Stop!
saying
I was
that.
texting something. All I heard was preparation H. What was that?
The top 5 most stolen drugstore items are batteries, cosmetics, film, sunglasses, and preparation H.
Of course it is.
I told you to stop taking that from the store, Scotty.
No, I buy it. I like the original formula too. The
Well-
wintergreen, just too much.
My-
You put that around your eyes and you smell wintergreen all day. Ugh.
Well, and
Ugh.
that's what they say is you
And
can put
people-
it on your wrinkles because it helps
Dude,
shrink the.
No. Who
Uh-oh.
cares about the wrinkles? Let me tell you something. Working in the bar business, I would let's visualize it this way. So it's Friday night. I've been up all day Friday. I try to squeeze in a little nap. Well, the problem is when you go from being hyper and then you try to force yourself to take a nap because you have to.
Mhm.
When you wake up and you're riding at 7:00 to the bar, you will look like warmed over death. No matter how much drink you stop and throw down your throat of coffee and energy drinks, whatever, you will look like death. Or when you wake up that Saturday morning and have to go do a wedding, you're always going to look like crap.
Mhm.
Original preparation H. You rub it on the bottom of your eyelids where your eyes are always gray and black.
Oh.
Bacow.
Help with
I'm
the
talking.
puffiness and stuff.
It's not just that; it changes the whole color.
Really?
Oh yeah, it will.
Oh.
It will pull your eyes back up. You will not even look sleepy.
Field trip to the drugstore.
Field trip.
I can't tell you how many times when I was single, girls go, "You got
on.
preparation H," and I'm like, "Let me show you why." Because I mean, I was working the crazy hours. I had to learn tricks, but yeah, it'll help with crow's feet. But I could care less about that fact.
Mhm,
I was trying to look awake.
I didn't know that's.
So
I knew you could
anytime
use it on wrinkles, not that.
anytime that you feel so tired that your eyes feel heavy,
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Go get you a cold wash rag, not a warm wash rag, a cold wash rag. Go wash your eyes. That'll make your eyes feel a little bit better. And then soon as you dry your eyes, rub a little bit of preparation H on there. And for all of you weirdos, you squirt it out of the tube, you put it on your finger, and then you rub it on your eyes. I know Joe Leeper is trying to figure out how he's going to get it from one place to his
Oh
eyes.
my God.
And
Not
little
used,
Richard is
not
trying to
used.
figure it out too. We don't want any used preparation H. It must be new, freshly squeezed from the tube.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to make sure all you men understand that.
Hey.
But seriously, on the days that my eyes would always feel heavy, that would be a great trick. Now I don't know about shoplifting it. I wanted it bad enough I was willing to pay for it.
And it's not that expensive, is it?
No.
So I don't know
I've
why.
never shoplifted. Well, I've never shoplifted anything, but I remember one time when I was a little girl and we went to Quickie, and I
You had
had
a quickie.
no, the Quickie. Remember Quickie, the store, the convenience store?
Oh, the Quickie Mart.
The Quickie Mart. We went to the Quickie Mart. My mom was pumping gas, and I had my little purse, and I think I had like 45 or 50 cents in there, and I wanted a candy bar. So I took all of my money and I dumped it on the counter, and the lady told me the price, and I said, well, this is all I've got. So I got my candy bar and walked out. So I get to the car, and my mom goes, how did you have enough money to get the candy? I said, well, I gave her all that I had. And so my mom is
Well, and the person working was probably just like, that was really cute. I
Yeah.
can't not. They were like, oh, I'll spring for the rest of it.
So my mom takes me back in there, and she's like, no, let this be a lesson. If you don't have enough money to get something, that doesn't mean you just give them all you have and walk out with it.
Yeah, last weekend, not this past one, but last when we were going to the Yellow Daisy,
Mhm.
we were leaving the house and we had cash, of course, for up there, and all the kids were like, okay, I have my 35 cents in my pocket, and they all made sure that they had their change. It was like 30, the most was like 55 cents, but they all wanted to make sure that they had their money. And I'm like, y'all are so cute.
Oh, I love the Yellow Daisy Festival.
It was
I've
neat.
never
Speaking
been.
of, oh my God,
You got to go.
you have to go next
Yeah,
year.
we gotta
It's
go
awesome.
next year.
Did you know that today is Mackenzie's birthday?
Oh, happy birthday, Mackenzie. Oh, she's got
9.
I'll have to call after the show when she gets home.
Whose
and I'll
kid?
have
Mine, my kid.
Well, why didn't you say that?
I did. I said
She did.
Mackenzie.
Did you say my kid, Mackenzie?
Yes.
You did say my
I
kid.
said my daughter Mackenzie.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I'm sitting here going, who the hell are you talking about? And if I'm thinking, and I know listeners are too.
So I now have an 8, 9, and 10-year-old.
wow.
All their birthdays are done this
Oh
year.
my God, little Richard says, quote, the whole new way to look sheet-faced.
Oh my gosh.
About the applying of preparation H. Sorry.
That's funny.
I know that was a second behind, but that's what it takes sometimes getting it stuff.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
The last, I didn't know that. Did you ever wonder what the WD in WD-40 stands for? Or he probably knows.
Yeah, Scotty up. Scotty,
Well, what's
you can't-
funny is a lot of people find it to be that it's a lubricant, and that's not necessarily what it's for. Keep
Yeah.
going.
The name was lifted right out of chemist Norm Larson's lab book. Way back in 1953, he was trying to concoct an anti-corrosion formula, which worked on the basic principle of displacing water. On his 40th try, Larson finally got it right, hence the name WD-40.
And it stands for what?
It literally means water displacer, 40th
Right.
try.
So it's not a lubricant.
Right.
That's what I find so funny is people go, I need to get some WD-40. And I'm like,
on it.
So it's an anti-corrosion.
yeah,
Keep
it's
from
not
corrosion.
necessarily lube. If you need lube, buy lube.
Well-
That's spoke about completely in life in general. So, how about that commercial?
Go ahead and do your live
What else you
read.
Well, I am so excited. We are actually getting ready to gear up for the next live remote. It's going to be at Rob's Performance, and that's in October. But our November live remote, I'm really excited about this one because we're going to go to Exclusive Automotive Group.
I'm excited about your December too.
I'm excited. I'm excited about all of the live remotes.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about Exclusive Automotive Group, I've sent several people over there in the past few weeks.
Zach, did you hear the good news?
You let
He's in
went
California.
Y'all are idiots. I would say the good news and you say Zach left. That is your good news.
No,
Oh
because
my
it's
God.
something that
What
he-
is wrong with you people?
No, because
What if
it's
he's
something
listening?
that he's been wanting to do anyway.
Oh my God. Y'all are horrible. No, the good news is he went up there, got approved, and he'll have a car when he gets back.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
Oh, that
Man,
is
I can't
so
believe I
cool.
said you hear the good news. Yeah, Zach left.
No,
What
No,
is
that's
wrong
not
with
what we were
y'all?
saying.
That's not
Y'all
how
are
we meant
horrible
it.
people.
whatever. That's not how we meant it.
That's not how we meant it. At
So,
all.
anywho's, yes, Zach got approved. The sidekick went up there to get a car. Not that it has anything to do with the car lot, but the car lot doesn't deal with anything older than 2013, I believe.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So the sidekick went up there and said, listen, he got approved for credit. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But he said, I don't want a monthly bill higher than this set amount.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because they had newer cars, his payment was going to be a little more than what he wanted to spend. So we ended up he had to go to a different car lot to get something. But with that being said, it's because he didn't want a newer car. That's all that was about. But the really cool thing is everybody's starting to go up there because they're starting to realize, they're just starting to realize that this is a really good place. How about this? And I'm not going to take away from what you're doing, but Monday only, which is today only, if you go up there, they've got a 2014 Toyota Camry, 600 down, has 19,000 miles on it, backup camera. It's great on gas. And that's today only.
It won't last.
Wow.
Get on up.
That
So,
one's not going to last.
Yeah,
at all.
it's silver, kind of like what my minivan is. That silver gray, which is great for hiding scratches. I love that. People keep joking about my van, and I'm like, the reason you see us own a lot of silver type cars is you don't see the scratches near.
Right.
But I want to make sure I told everybody that. So go on back to the spiel.
Back
please.
to the smell. Okay, so shout out to Ravish Hair Gallery, and Zach is actually in California right now doing the rock your hair stuff. What I love about all of our
Yay, he's gone. I'm gonna tell him y'all said that.
God.
he's probably listening
Zach,
right now.
They're
we
3
didn't
hours
mean it.
behind us. He is
Zach,
probably
we
not
didn't
listening.
mean it like that.
He might be listening. And then you
Yeah, because that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go to California, stay up really late in California, and go, oh my God, let me put some preparation H on my eyes and wake up and watch the Just for Fun radio show.
No, because when you have to get used to the whole time change. So
Yeah.
you do wake up
you
at
do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but
crack of dawn.
what? God, you're backwards today. First night in Cali. Do you think he went to bed on time?
I know he didn't, but you still wake up.
But you still wake up at the same time.
Not if he didn't go to bed till now.
Well, he could still be listening.
Keep
I love
going.
you, Zach. Okay. So
Yeah.
you
Defend I love you, Zach, after I'm glad you're gone. Keep going.
anyway,
Keep going.
So,
Keep
Denise,
digging that ditch.
Ma'am.
you were actually hanging out this weekend at our favorite little getaway space.
I helped her out yesterday. I was up there all day.
That would be Gravity.
That would be Gravity Craft and Home Brew on Dogwood Drive. It was fun as anything. They actually had one of their brew meetings last night.
Look, if you're
after
gonna
we closed.
keep going to help do work at our sponsors, White Brothers Automotive is really looking forward to you coming up and help do some stuff with them too.
How come nobody ever wants me to help?
Because you're barely tall enough to touch the counter.
Well, we can get a couple of boxes and stack them up there, and I can just sit on the box.
Sure, whatever you tell yourself.
Just because I'm 5'2" and a little vertically challenged,
A little.
a little,
A little.
Just a little bit.
Just
know.
easy peasy.
Even though yesterday at the grocery store, I think I made the grocery guy mad because I had asked him to get the yogurt down for me and he ignored me. So I took my shopping cart, and you know how kids do the monkey climb? So I monkey climbed into
On the shopping cart?
from the shopping cart onto the thing to pull down the yogurt. And when I went to reach for it, like 10 yogurts tumbled back at me.
That means you bought them, right?
Benny totally needed to periscope that.
She didn't even go to the grocery store with me. I was only supposed to be going to get spaghetti sauce and garlic bread, but I saw the yogurt because I was like, we don't have yogurt for the morning, so I'm going to grab a couple. So then the guy's looking at me all mean. I was like, well, you should have helped me. And I put my little two in the
so
cart.
who was mean mugging you?
The guy that I'd asked to help me get the stuff down in the first place.
Did you just leave it in the floor?
Mhm.
I would have too. At that point, if I've already asked you to do it and you don't want to do it, then
Right.
yeah.
This is
It's
what
on you,
happens.
punk.
This is what happens. I said, can you please help me get this down? And he looked at me and then he walked away from me.
Wow.
So I was like, okay.
Bad
all
customer
right.
service.
Very bad.
Man,
customer
I would have
service.
hated to like sneezed and accidentally knocked over a whole shelf of peas.
Mm.
You know, Achoo! Oh, did I do that? I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, let's shoot off the commercial. We'll be right back, everybody. It's just fun in the morning. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything that Doc would do.
And if you do it just for fun.
That's right. Remember the
Just plain
catchphrase.
just for fun.
If you do it, just make sure you say I did it just for fun. All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
Trying to figure out
So
this
Steph, when we
picture.
come back, it's your best and your worst vacation experience.
Yeah, I've got a good one.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't
What
get to
is-
open it enough.
I know it says south of the border, but he's in
Whoa.
North Carolina.
Oh, fireworks.
Oh, that fireworks place.
The fireworks
and it looks
gun.
like it has a free fall something too.
Now there's one that has the fireworks, the gun, and the tobacco all in one place.
Is it south of the border in North Carolina?
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly
it's
what
an
it is. then.
arcade. It's everything.
Yeah, it's everything. I want to go back up to Pedro's,
Where's that?
south of the border. It's either at South Carolina or North Carolina, but it's like a whole village. I want to go there.
Village.
We need to do a field trip to the Tanger Outlet.
Hashtag field trip. Okay,
Is that Ashley and I had fun
at the Tanger Outlet.
That's Fort Pedro. That's what it says. Fort Pedro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they actually have a Great American Cookie Company there.
Mhm. And that they have the. Is that the one that has the Coach outlet too?
They got everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now they have a Croc outlet. And
Look.
I didn't pay, but
Watch this. Yeah,
I didn't
I'll
know
explain that after
Okay.
the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's the matter?
Bella, Bella, Bella.
What's the matter,
Okay.
baby?
And look, I didn't even get caught up in my headset or anything.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they got a Skechers outlet. They got a
Mhm.
Perfume Mania. They have a Lucky Brand. But that their Hanes outlet place that they have, their prices were ridiculous. So I went in there, was gonna get some socks. $14.99 for 6 pairs.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm like, yeah, no. I can't figure out what's going on with my freaking computer. It keeps saying login is needed, authentication, whatever.
Hey, anybody that's watching video, please let me know how this sound starts working. I got to change something. Jacob, while I change it, while we're on commercial, I'm going to do some voice checks if you'll let me know.
That's a good song. I take it you miss me too, B.
I'm trying to get, there we go. Jacob, let me know how that sound is. Is it good or bad? It looks like it could be way too high, but let me know how the sound is, Mr. Jacob. How about now? I'm sending you a message, Jacob. Let me know how that sound is. My light's pegging, which would indicate to me that it might be extremely too high, but I certainly need to know. 1, 2. Testy 1, 2. Just I need to know if that's good or not. Like I just said it again at a -1 decibel. So I'm hoping that's better. Just let me know. Let me know your opinion. I gotta pee. Are you fixing to?
Actually brought ice cream home, and I was like,
Could you shut up? Hurry. We got like 1 minute.
Oh, I can keep that.
Golly.
37 seconds to pee. I think I have to get toilet tissue
So right now it's still blasting out, Jacob?
and paper towel. And we need
Is
water.
it still bad, Jacob?
What's wrong? What happened?
Oh, Bill.
Just focus on what you got. I'm working on something myself. Down 1 more.
Seriously, Bill?
I was like, today he's going to get Campbell's soup, and I'm like, want some soup home.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. How about that, Jacob? Testing 1, 2. Jacob, for everybody that's watching, Jacob's actually texting me to let me know how the volume's working. So we'll know more here in a second. I'm trying an experiment on the microphones to try to make the video sound a little better.
My pretty girl.
No, now it's good. So as of right now, it's doing good. Is that what you're saying? I'm using the main volume control. The delay is unreal, though.
Back surgery and hip surgery. So I was trying to be nice.
Well, I'm using the Manny Cam to control the volume, and it looks like it's not self-adjusting, fluctuating as bad as it used to the other way. But I need to know if Manny Cam's going to be the way to go or not. Experiments while we're running, you know.
It's getting worse.
All right, we're going back live, and y'all got to cover it so I can go pee.
Okay, we got.
And I've got to
We
find a
got
new way to
you.
start saying going to the restroom or break or something instead of that, because we've gotten a bad habit of saying it. All right, all you just for funners, we are back.
Yes, and you got to go pay the water bill.
He's doing his donation.
He's doing his donation.
Oh Lord. Okay, so let's do these topics. These topics will be fun.
These topics are so. Steph, take
Oh my
us into our
gosh.
first topic.
Our first topic is, what was your best or worst vacation experience?
Oh, let's see. Okay, I know.
I'm gonna make Steph go
Yeah,
first.
go Steph.
Well, the first time I went to Myrtle Beach, my husband and I, we went, it was over 4th of July weekend. We thought, you know, hey, I found this hotel. It was like $99 a night. It was supposed to be on the beach.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, it was because it said it had a nice ocean view. Yeah, it had a nice ocean view if you went out on the porch or on the
Balcony.
out front on the balcony.
Uh-huh.
And no, actually, it was a porch.
Okay.
You know, we get there. It was across the street from the beach, and I'm looking, and I was like, well, okay, maybe it'll be okay, because it looked like a house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They had taken, I guess, this one house and made hotel rooms out of it.
One
There
house.
One house, one beach
So you were
house.
sharing a house with a bunch of other people.
Yes.
Oh no.
Well, you know what was? We said, well, you know, maybe it'll be okay. And we get up into our room. There's no telephone. The only phone is downstairs in the office.
Oh my gosh.
The bathroom.
You had to share a bathroom.
No, we didn't have to share a bathroom,
Oh.
but the bathroom was so tiny that when you took a shower in the shower, you had to step out and turn around so you could wash your hair. And
so
the
they made like a
toilet-
closet, a bathroom or something.
Yes. And the toilet, you had to back up to it. I mean, there was no room. You had to sit on it with your legs together.
Oh my God.
You
So
had
they made
to,
the closet the bathroom. That's exactly
That's
what they
exactly
did.
what they did. Yeah.
but yeah, and it was 2 bedrooms. You know, there was a and it didn't have a normal air conditioner. It had a window unit in it. that kept freezing up.
No.
And, I'm sitting here and I look at my husband and I said, this reminds me of
When vacations attack.
Psycho.
Yes.
Yeah. I said this, and so we started referring to it as the Bates Motel. And he said, well, at least there's no bugs. I said, yeah, at least there is no bugs in there, in here. The very last night we were there, I saw the biggest water bug I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh.
And, all in all, it was fun because it was, something we can look back on. Like, we survived the Bates Motel.
Yeah. Yes.
And we had a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I have my favorite.
What was your favorite vacation experience?
During the 96 Olympics when they were here.
Mhm.
We left town. We didn't stay in town for the Olympics. We actually took a road trip out to Wyoming, Montana, and everything because my mom's family lives out there.
Oh,
But we did went Mount Rushmore. We went to Yellowstone National Park. We I don't know if you heard of Wall Drugs. It's like you see signs for hundreds of miles before. Like, we've counted the signs one way, and it's like over 100 signs, like billboards and everything. And I know as a kid, it was this huge thing. And then going that year, because I was 15. And so we got there and I was like, because it's literally just a strip of stores. And as a kid, it's a lot bigger. Because then at 15, I was like, I remember it being a lot bigger than this. My mom was like, no, but Yellowstone is just gorgeous. The springs and the geysers and good old faithful. But that was my favorite. It's gorgeous out there. My mom keeps trying to get us to move out there, but
Wyoming?
it's just, yeah.
that would be really hard to commute to the radio station every day.
It would. But yeah, that was my favorite. That's always stuck with me, was our road trip out there, because we just went everywhere, like I said, Mount Rushmore, and it's gorgeous out there. And my grandfather actually, one of the trips we took out there, my grandfather ran a concrete plant, and so he just lived on a trailer on the land. But they would have these like pretty much as tall as a house, like piles of sand for the concrete, and me and my brother would just be out there all day. And we would dig tunnels through it, not realizing now how dangerous that was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Not realizing now how dangerous it was. But we would be out there for hours on end. And when we were done, before we went in the house, we had to strip down and get sprayed off and take a shower and go back at it the next day. I loved it.
See, that sounds like the best childhood ever, though.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. We would always go. My grandmother was in a nursing home. Like, that's all I remember of my grandmother, was being in a nursing home. But she was a double amputee and needed constant help. But there was this one guy that was in a wheelchair, and this just old ornery guy. Like, he was always PO'd about something. And my mom, there was literally this old lady that was walking out the door, and my mom made Bill wait to let her out. But she would literally put her walker and then just go less than a mile an hour. And so my mom left. My mom left.
I've been trying to wait for you to catch a breath, but you're just not going to. I got to tell you to get in front of the mic. So whatever we need to do.
So anyway, mom left after holding the door open, and then she sees his coffee cup flying by her head that Bill had thrown at her because he was so mad at her. But all of those are my favorite out there. Love them.
I think my worst, since y'all had the best. I'll say for Stephanie. But even Stephanie's worst turned out to be really good. I think my absolute worst was when, remember Priceline and Hotels.com and all those sites came out? Okay, so what they don't tell you is, even if you book on those sites, you're not guaranteed a room until you get there. Because
really?
Yeah, you're not guaranteed a room until you get there and actually check in.
Yeah, that's where I was going to kind of go with the story.
Yeah.
It's a horrible,
It's
worse than Steph's, and probably worse. Mine's probably a combinance of both of y'all's story.
Yes.
Wait till you hear this, but keep going.
So it was, I flew out to San Francisco. No, I flew out to San Diego, and I wanted to, because I had a dream of driving the Pacific Coast Highway, the one. And, you know, because I'd seen Thelma and Louise. So I rented a convertible in San Diego, and I'd met this woman on MySpace. Her name was Carla. We'd only talked like 2 times. And so she's like, okay, I'm going to meet you in San Diego and we'll get the convertible and we'll drive up there together. So, because what we were going to do is stop in the little towns along the way. And Carla's like, you know, don't worry about making the hotel reservations. I'm going to take care of everything. And I was like, well, you know, it's going to be really expensive. She's like, no, I'm going to use Priceline.com. And I'm like, okay. So the first night we're driving, I'm exhausted. We get to what I thought was going to be our hotel. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, because it was like a 5-star hotel.
Mhm.
So we go in there and I'm like, hey, you know, we're here to check in. They were like, no, we don't have a reservation for you. And I'm like, no, you do. And so I had a BlackBerry at the time. So I pull up the BlackBerry with the confirmation email that Carla had sent. They were like, well, you didn't make the reservation through the hotel website. So, you know, the fine print of Priceline.com is we sell rooms to them if we aren't sold out, and we're sold out. And I'm like, well, what are we supposed to do? So the lady at the front desk, she goes, well, there's another motel, you know, like a little ways down the road, and y'all can, you know, call them and see if they have any space. So at this point, I'm trying not to be irritated with Carla, because, you know, I don't really know this woman that well. And I'm like, okay, so if I lose my cool with her, then I'm going to end up stuck in a place where I don't know anybody on a highway that I really don't know, because I didn't get GPS. What happened?
Scotty's over there messing with stuff.
Okay. I'm like, because I didn't get GPS on the car.
Oh, no, I just totally figured out why a lot of settings have been off. Keep going, though.
Oh, okay. So I was like, I didn't get GPS on the car. So Carla's the only one that knows how to read a map, because I don't know how to read a map. So I was like, okay, I got to be nice to her. So we get to this other hotel. And I mean, Steph, your version of the Bates Motel? No, this one is like one better. So we go to check in. They give us towels at the desk. And I'm like, are we paying by the hour, or do we stay the whole night?
Oh no.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Was it by the hour or all night?
It was, the lady told us, she was like, because she asked us that, she's like, she's like, how many hours do you need? And I'm like,
then
15 minutes, baby.
Then obviously you know what it's used mostly
yeah.
for.
Right.
So she gives us a towel at the check-in, and she's like, do you want extra sheets? And I'm like, I think we're good. So we get in the room, and Carla goes, okay, Anise, she's like, I don't want to freak you out or anything. She's like, but don't lay on the bed. And I'm like, okay, well, how are we supposed to sleep? So Carla was like the best travel partner ever. So she takes the cushions off of the chair things, and we turn the chairs like facing each other. And so that was how we slept that night, with our legs propped up, sitting in chairs.
Oh, no. Well, see, that's what I thought, is the towels were to lay over the bed.
So how about this? I get someone calling me for quotes on a wedding. And then after I give them a quote on the wedding, they go, oh, and the wedding's in St. Augustine. I said, well, that price didn't like include the drive to work. They said, no. We'll pay for everything. I'm like, cool. So they paid, you know, for all my expenses. So my wife goes on one of them stupid sites, sees these beautiful pictures of this really beautiful ocean and this beautiful building. And everybody knows what the letter L looks like.
Yeah.
So the lower part of the L that runs left or right is what you see from the road. The other part of the L that goes up and down is the part that goes to the ocean, which is the new room additions.
Okay.
Which were the pictures.
Okay.
The hotel that you see from the street is the original hotel that's been there for, 50, 60 years. The pictures on the side are the new addition. So we get there, and all the pictures and everything we were booked for is a lie. So they send us this room that's on the front. So we go to open the door. When we open the door, the floors look like a crime scene. They're covered in red, washed out looking blood color.
No.
Oh no.
I'm giving you the fast version. It was so disgusting that we got there at 10 o'clock at night. We were tired. We didn't have a choice.
Right.
You did not get up from the bed like I do 100 times to go pee without your flip-flops on because your feet stuck to the floor.
Oh.
Ooh.
From the second you walked into the door, the second you walked between the two beds, the second you walked to the bathroom, the carpet was that. And you could look under the edge of the bed back towards the footboard and see what the floor was supposed to look like. So I pitch a fit. It causes a huge argument. The next day we're trying to get out of there. This crappy people were so bad. The front door desk wasn't open. Nobody was answering phone calls. Nobody was returning phone calls. We go to leave. We leave the keys in the hotel because we're just leaving. Well, then we realize we left something in there. Nobody can get into the hotel room. We can't find management. Nobody's answering phones. Nobody's nothing. The maintenance man just happened to be walking by off duty. And he says, oh my God. So he goes to get some tools, can't get the door open. He has to remove the air conditioning unit and climb under the window through the air conditioning unit to get into our hotel room. And then they didn't want to return our money.
Wow.
So that was our first night down there for this 3-day weekend.
So what did you do after that?
We stayed with the people we were doing the wedding for because they had a big condo.
Oh.
We ended up partying and hanging out
Thank
with them
God
anyways.
for that.
Yeah. And I say party, not like drinking and hanging out. But it was a huge family reunion basically because it was for this wedding. And we're really good friends with these people. So, but what we were going to do was go down. These relatives wanted to be married on a rooftop on on an April Fool's Day on top of this roof that overlooks the bay and the pirate ship going by and everything. It was a really cool idea. So we were going down on Thursday to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday morning was the wedding, and then we were going to come home Tuesday. And then needless to say, the hotel was such a scam, completely a scam.
Wow.
And it was through one of those price rights. So all you people that want to use those sites, just beware that crap happens.
Most of the time I will, even if I'm looking on those, I'll go to the actual hotels website.
There, go to their website
and read go to Yelp or something and read all of the reviews.
But the biggest thing you need to do is if you at least go to their site and find out what their real prices are, because what's happening is these .coms that are offering you these fantastic prices, these prices are like, if the rooms are available, you can get it for this price.
Right.
But you're going to get this room for that price if all the good rooms book first.
Right.
It's just such a scam.
It's a scam.
But in most of shouldn't you still get emails saying that they don't have any?
They don't. Who do they answer to? That's like complaining to the cops for getting a speeding ticket. Yeah. Who are you complaining to? The very same people that gave you the ticket. If you complain to these .coms, they don't care.
No, because they've already got your money.
They've already got their money.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, they didn't refund our money. They gave us like a percentage of our money and then offered to give us a free stay somewhere else. And we're like, oh, hell no. And it wasn't the .com giving us a free place to stay. It was this particular hotel saying we're like, no, thank you. You can take that other $50 and stick it directly up your bunghole. We are not playing that game. That was the most. I'm literally saying this is crazy. What we found out was they had some massive flood, and they didn't replace none of the carpets.
That is
wow.
No, because that's mold and everything.
And our feet were sticking to all that. I have pictures of it somewhere. It'll gross you out if you see the pictures.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, man. Welcome to .com.
I'll be like, I got a really bad cold, and no.
There's some stuff you just don't cheat on.
No,
it's like there's this new .com I saw that's for ladies that sell shoes. And you can get if you buy now, you get your first time experience. You'll get a second pair of shoes for free. But what they're basically doing is they're selling Payless type shoes, which are knockoffs of the real quality shoes that they're claiming somebody's only wore once. Okay, let's kind of look at facts here. If you're getting a knockoff, that means the quality's not as good as the real one. So say you get these knockoff shoes. I don't know how you ladies are about shoes, but I'm just going to say what I think. you're going to get these knockoff shoes, meaning the quality is not going to be as good. Well, you're going to be so stupid, and I'm using the word stupid. You're going to be so stupid that you're going to go buy these knockoff shoes for a really discounted price. Then you're going to buy some nice dress that's going to be matching with your damn shoes, and then all your jewelries, and then all this other stuff to make this night spectacular. And then you're going to put this Payless piece of crap shoe on and break the heel, and then your whole night's going to be ruined. And then us men are going to go, well, honey, just put on another pair of shoes. No, it has to match my outfit. So not only did you save a couple of dollars on that stupid pair of shoes, you've ruined your night. And your man wants to choke the ever living crap out of you because you're crying over a pair of
You
shoes.
said these shoes somebody else has worn before?
Yeah.
See, that's my first no. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do that. I can't do used shoes.
Mm-mm.
Now, like if I'm borrowing my friend's shoe, that's different. But I don't know what has been in those shoes. That no.
Like buying them from Goodwill.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't do that.
My mom used to try shoes on. I'm like, stop, Mom, stop. I don't mind the clothes. You can go home and wash those 3 times, whatever. But no.
The shoes, that's like, where was I? I had bought, the Croc flip-flops. I love the Croc flip-flops because they are the only ones that stay on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've seen your feet. I see why.
I'm not talking to you, Scotty. So
you need closed-in toed shoes, by the way, because you're like me. You seem to kick everything.
I do.
So you need to. I've actually got a pair of the black closed-in Crocs.
Yeah,
they're hot as Halo, but they're comfy as all get out.
Oh yes,
and they're ugly.
But when you go get your pedicures, though, you have to.
Those should be called Crocs. They should be called Uggs.
So this friend who was dating one of my other friends, she comes over to my house and she's like, "Oh my God, you've got flip flops!" And so she sticks her feet in my flip flops.
No,
and I'm like, and I'm looking and everybody's. I'm like, that's nasty. And so me and the friend that I was,
that's how you get the toe funk.
Yeah, I was like, she needs to pay me for my shoes. And she's like, oh my God, Anise, I can't believe you're being this childish. I'm like, I'm not being childish. She needs to pay for my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
We went back and
so if you got stung by a jellyfish on your foot, would you allow me to pee on your foot?
No.
But if it takes the sting out.
No, I'm good. I'm really good.
So you wouldn't want me to pee on your foot to fix it?
No.
So you would not let me or Denise stand there and pee on your foot?
No.
To take care of the sting?
No, I will do it myself.
How are you going to pee on your own foot?
Pee on your own foot?
Very carefully.
Very carefully.
She'll pee in a cup in the porch.
There you go.
Thank you.
Wow. But it'd be for your benefit.
We're helping you.
No, I'm good. I appreciate the fact that y'all are willing to go to that length for me, but I am
willing to pee on your foot. I love you enough.
He's got to mark his territory.
Let's practice it right now. Let's practice it right now.
Let's don't. You don't have to, Scotty. I belong to you. Okay.
I peed on 2 people's feet before. Let me tell you 2 stories. So there was a friend of mine named Lila that lived, who rented a room, and it was me. I had 3 roommates at the time. And we were watching professional wrestling one night. The whole group of us laughing and carrying on, watching, like WWF or whatever. And she'd had a couple more than a couple of beers in her and decided that she wanted to wrestle. And she's a little obnoxious. And we're like, Lila, you need to stop. And she kept on. And we were like, and every one of us are like, girl, you need to stop. Well, I was stupid enough to entertain it for a minute and wrestle with her. So then it was like, commercial time. I'm like, now stop. I got to go pee. And I pushed her down to get her off of me to be able to run in there to the bathroom. And I get in there and I lock the door. And she's beating on the door and she's beating on the door and beating on the door. And she keeps on banging. I mean, she's pushing on this door. You better let me in. You better let me in. I said, girl, I am standing here peeing. You better leave me alone. And I mean, she's about to break my door. I said, if you kick my door in, I will pee on you. She's like, no, you won't. Boom, boom, boom. And it was like, I was just standing there. I looked like a sprinkler. And as soon as she came through the door, it was like,
oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
I went from her kneecaps to her feet all over my linoleum floor, but I got her good.
Oh,
Oh my God. I said, I told you, now leave me alone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would have left you alone forever.
And thank God there was a shower there because she just went ahead and walked in there and sprayed her legs off. It was friggin' hilarious. So now how about this? So we're standing at a strip club one time. And
Sorry, I like that.
we were at Bite Week, and my buddy Kevin was one of these guys. He was an engineer. He made good money, but he dressed it too. So we're all bikered up. You know, we got on our boots and our jeans and everything. And Kevin's wearing like these khaki pants and penny loafers and a polo shirt. And so we're sitting at this bar, and this wannabe Don Johnson looking guy comes in with a silk white jacket with the sleeves kind of rolled up, a baby blue shirt. And he's sitting with this little Chinese guy. And they must have been locals, and they had been picking on bikers, talking smack about bikers. I mean, the whole bar is full of bikers, and we're sitting at the bar, though, and this guy's talking. So Kevin, who probably has a lot more money than the dude with the silk jacket, leans over to the bartender and says, "What will it take for you to throw a drink on this idiot and shut him up?" And the guy's like, "Man, I can't do that. I can't do that." He said, $100 bill if you just accidentally spill a drink on him. And the guy's like, I can't do that. I can do it with water. It won't stain his jacket. Kevin says, "Here's $100 bill." So the guy walks over there and accidentally spills a glass of water on the idiot talking the smack. Then we're all laughing. I mean, we are hysterically laughing. He doesn't say a whole lot at that point because I think he kind of put one and two together. So the Chinese guy, little bitty fella, had been running his mouth too. So me and my brother go in there to pee, and there's troughs. Do you know what a trough is?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So my brother's in the stall peeing, and I'm at the trough peeing, and this little Chinese guy walks up to me, and he's like maybe Steph's height. So he's standing there in flip-flops, and he's peeing, and I'm standing there peeing, and I'm still talking to my brother. I'm just looking straight in the little Chinese guy's eyes. Actually, I'm looking over his head, and I'm continuing to talk because, if me and my brother are carrying on a conversation, what in the hell made you think you could come step up between us? And you know, you could tell he was being a butt. So what I did was I finished peeing. I turned to my right. I shook off. On his feet.
Because he had flip-flops on.
I looked him in his eyes when I tucked and zipped and kept talking to my brother, and I went, "Have a good day." I walked over to shake, to wash my hands, shook my hands off, went all over him, and walked on out the door. The guy walks out to the guy that had the drink freshly spilled on him and basically said it was time to leave. You're not going to sit. You're not going to sit in a bar full of bikers during Bite Week and talk trash. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, you don't want to PO some.
P being the word.
Yeah.
P-own. Is that what P-O means? P-own? Not pissed off, but P-own.
It's after 8 o'clock. I can't use the words.
But I mean, I shouldn't have done it. I admit it. I'd had a couple of drinks in me. I was just a little agitated. There's just some
courage.
Yep,
no, it has nothing to do with liquid courage because I mean I probably would have done it sober too. There's some things you just don't do to people. You just don't do it. And I was just where I was at that time of my life too. So So look, we ready for a commercial?
We are.
Because I know Rob's commercial's already playing, and you can't nothing.
Okay, fine.
What?
No,
I just love how I say time for a commercial, and you think you're going to talk more.
Fine. No,
all right, we'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye.
Keep your headphones on. We got to do a sound check real quick.
My mic sounds nice. Check 1.
Okay, I want everybody to experience something. You have your headphones on for a reason, so watch.
Okay.
I found where some wires were crossed. Okay, I'm muting everybody.
But me. Okay, you're muting everybody but me.
How good do you hear yourself?
Pretty good.
Okay, now get loud like you were.
Get loud like what?
Watch this when somebody else is like. Now yours is off. Start talking.
Get loud like what? Hey.
Try it again.
Get loud. Really loud.
That's definitely.
Wow.
That's why I need y'all to pay attention with headphones, what you sound like.
Oh.
Because did you not hear that you were echoing a couple times?
Yeah.
Well, why would you echo?
Because it's too loud.
Because what would an echo indicate?
That you were
That
being
is-
too loud.
that
Yeah.
you were bleeding over another mic.
Right.
Right.
So it's just learning mic controls all,
Right.
but I wanted you to hear it because
That's crazy.
that's why I make y'all wear headphones so you can hear what the listeners hear as well. And
Right.
everybody on video is like getting schooled too. But that's why.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason. So I'm over that. What I was doing was changing a couple settings because apparently my mic number 1 and her mic number 2 was still the same, but up here on my compressors, they were crossed. So the whole time I thought I was changing
Oh.
her, it was changing me. I could never figure out why I couldn't get her to sound better.
Bingo.
So now I'm gonna kill everybody but Doc.
Hey, it's a Doc in the box. Hello.
And the reason is I have a thing called a gate. Think of a dog going through a gate. I got the gate pretty much closed, which means your volume isn't loud enough to go in and hers is. But at the same time, I have to be careful because watch what happens if you start closing it too much. So if you leave it open too much, then you'll have it where you can still do this, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You still hear me?
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
watch this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so you hear me now?
Yes.
But if you start talking like this, you can't hear.
Mm-mm.
But what happens is the gate's closed. So I have to find the good medium so that, for instance, on Steph's mic. So now start talking.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
All right, now stop. Now you
What?
hear
I
it.
can hear it.
All right. Now say that again.
What?
1 2 1 2.
But now you hear how quick it cuts off.
Yeah.
Do it again.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
But that's all the stuff we got to go through.
Right.
And especially when you start changing people on mics, like, we had Mike on there
Mhm.
who was a louder, blunt, more forceful talking. But eventually when I get changed over to the new digital stuff with the iPads, and I can have it set for, guy, girl, and and then have it set for like ladies talk where it's nothing but girls, and then have it set for electric high where it's a guy and a girl.
Mhm.
So I can have different settings for different
You
shows.
just have to push something.
Then you just have to push a button and it stays to memory.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I can't-
That's eventually going to be happening.
I can't wait till we move over to that.
Me too. I need to get it swapped over ASAP. But I was kind of going to get it swapped and the Mac at the same time. I just got to hurry up.
Well, we're doing another live remote
I don't want to hear it.
in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're taking over a body shop.
Oh, man. Getting there. It's so much to do. God, there's so much to do, and I never have enough time to do it.
All right. So, what are you doing after the show today? Because I got to get my nails done.
What's the nails got to do with me?
Because I didn't know if you needed me for
Oh,
something.
I don't know. I have to see what my wife's doing. Hopefully she's sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah. When there's that school thing,
What school thing, honey?
the meeting that me and you have?
Thursday.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Because I did it on a day that I knew Crystal
Yeah.
would be off.
That's fine.
I feel like I'm missing somebody.
You what?
Oh my gosh. I can tell it's Monday.
Mhm.
Doop, 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 doop. We haven't had one call, but
Benny.
Benny.
Yes, we did. We
I
had
said,
that.
but Benny. What I find funny is how many people. We'll address this. All right, we're back, everybody. Look, I wanted to address something. It's actually funny. Messages. So, like, my phone gets lit up every day with Twitter stuff, but I'm just gonna have to disassociate this phone number with Twitter. But really, what I find funny is how many people send text messages to the show number. We never ever check that.
Right. No, we
So,
don't.
did you adjust that?
Yeah.
I was going to tell you if you needed to adjust it.
I
Go
just
ahead.
figured out that's what it was for.
Yeah. So the other day, Doc was standing here, and I said, "Look at all these text messages." There was 56 text messages that have dated
wow.
back to like right before the first Ladies Talk show. The Ladies Talk show had a bunch of them.
Yes. it
But
is.
since then, a lot of people have been texting, and there's several different numbers where people are texting. But the problem is, we don't check that phone.
Right.
That is strictly a call-in number. So it's kind of funny to read text messages, especially when you don't know what they're about. So you're reading something, and it's like, haha, I think that too. And I'm going, yeah, I do too. I don't even know what we're talking about. Whatever floats your boat.
You get back and like,
Funny.
what were we talking about?
That's right.
And
So it's just hilarious, you know. And Karina was like, yeah, that's the day that we met. Yes. How about she had never ridden a motorcycle? So we get down there when we're at that thing at the St. Augustine, and Diane had her motorcycle down there. And I know Diane from the motorcycle world. So my wife and Diane's like, you want to use the bike? So it's like, hell yeah. So we go cruise and go down the strip, you know, go over the bridge, see it. I mean, it's just really cool cruising at St. Augustine on a bike, checking out all these churches and all this other stuff. And what's really crazy is when I was in the Boy Scouts, I've seen a bald eagle when we were on a boat at Okefenokee Swamp shooting through the swamp.
Oh my God, I love
But-
Okefenokee.
But we saw the eagle like not over us, like we saw it from a distance.
Mhm.
And then, you know, at a zoo or something, I've seen a bald eagle. But now we're riding down the road. It's just the everyday average road. And at tree height, there's a bald eagle circling over the road.
Wow.
Like we're looking
Wow.
up and going, holy cow, and it was a huge bald eagle. So that was neat. Crystal got to see that. And then I came back and took this young lady for a ride on a bike. She'd never been on one. So that's really cool that, you know, that, and that's how me and her met. Now she follows the show and keeps up with everything we do.
Oh, how cool.
That's the one in Germany,
Germany,
right?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Karina from Germany.
So we got any other things we were going to talk
Oh,
about? There was
we
some.
do.
I just thought about this. I wanted to say this. Y'all might remember me having this conversation, but for the other listeners that have not heard this conversation. So when I started the radio station, I lived off of 124 Stowe Mountain, Snellville area,
Mhm.
in between the two, off of 124. And, you know, starting the station was hard. We didn't have phone apps yet, you know, and hell, there wasn't phone apps to be had yet.
right.
We were just a .com radio station. The cool thing is I kept working and working and working. And at the time I was really working hard on the South Side. I had just quit doing so much on the South Side, but I had been doing South Side for a long time. The fact that I started the radio station, but yet was working all up and down 78 from the beginning of Loganville into Monroe area. The point I'm getting at is now we do stuff with White Brothers, Automotives, and White Brothers has 3 locations. I believe it's the Forest Park, but there's a Conyers and a Stowe Mountain, and they deal with body shops, mechanics, Goodyears. I mean, they sell to people, regular people, but they do a ton of commercial type stuff. With this being said, one of their guys that I met a few months back, we were all standing around talking. He was asking about it, and everybody, of course, they all listen and have been listening. Gino, I went to, hung out with from school and stuff. He's been listening for years. The cool thing about this is their guy that's like an outside sales guy who has to go to all these shops came back to Gene and said, man, you're never going to believe this. Like, I had no idea. And Gene's kind of like, what are you talking about? He says, all the shops from Stone Mountain till right around that Monroe area, as far as mechanics, body shops, anything in the automotive business, dealerships, he says every location he goes in, somebody's playing Just for Fun radio in every location. So basically from right there at the mountain of Stowe Mountain into the Monroe area, every shop is playing us.
That is
Wow.
awesome.
That's
Is
very
that not cool or
That
what?
is so
Yeah.
cool.
That
super
is
cool.
very, very cool to know that I started out on that side of town to start growing, and it just that my time wasn't right. And then we come into Conyers, we start kind of dominating and taking over. And now to know that from one end of the mountain down to the other, and when you say Stowe Mountain, you're like Mountain Industrial to Monroe. That's a pretty friggin' big chunk of land
Oh yeah.
to know that
Mhm.
we're playing at almost all those shops.
That's very
so
cool.
Isn't that
awesome.
cool?
Yeah.
So I just want to say props to White Brothers for for letting us know that, because that is just so friggin' wicked when you think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Amazing.
That's wicked.
All right,
That's
now-
my new word. Wicked.
Banging.
Wicked.
It's banging wicked. It's wicked banging.
It's wicked banging. Ooh, that's almost like Wikipedia.
All right, so go for
What
it.
did she say?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Mm.
you know, I know that Scotty is like really into action figures.
Asian girls? Is that what you? That's kind
I-
of weird. I
I
don't know that I would.
said-
You don't need to tell people that, Doc.
I said
God.
action figures. Action figures.
Wouldn't that be Asian girls in cosplay?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Scotty, sip your drink. Sip your drink. Just
Some people don't even know what
sip your
cosplay is.
drink. Sip your drink. So, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? And why?
Wait, this is a big definition. Okay, what is your class? What is your classification of a superpower? Meaning, can you only have one trick or like one superhero's gift?
Well, you can only have one superpower. I mean,
Define it.
I
Because
mean,
like I would be Superman.
okay, well, why would you be super? You can't be a superhero.
That's what I'm
You gotta
asking.
have a
That's why I said.
superpower.
But he's got superpowers.
Yeah, but you can't.
That's
be a
why I said,
Superman.
does it have to be only one?
Only one superpower.
Only
know what I'm
one
saying?
Superpower, just one superpower.
I want to be invisible.
Why would you want to?
I would like to be able to be invisible.
Why do you?
'Cause
wanna be
you know the-
invisible?
There's so many things you could do.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
All the
He's really
jokes.
being a guy right now.
No.
No,
Do
he's
you-
talking about all the pranks that you could do.
All the pranks I would get away with.
yeah.
make people
Yeah.
think that their house is haunted
I
or
would
something.
I would
you
win
know?
the lottery for $380 billion.
So you're.
I
gonna-
would just like to be able to see the future. That would
Yeah.
be that would be cool, but I've seen so many movies where that's not cool.
Yeah,
so
that's-
Yeah.
So okay. So Scotty wants to be invisible. Denise, what do you want?
I kind of would. I say I would want to read people's minds, but then I'm just kind of
No,
like,
that would
no, I
suck.
don't know if I want to do that.
because right now you'd be like slapping me.
I can just slap you right now.
Because you would be like, did he just call me stupid?
No, he's thinking that your hair is banging.
Come back.
Doc
to me.
would be doing this. Because she'd be going, I'm not white and nerdy.
What would Step be doing?
She's doing it right now. She's trying to figure out how to pick her nose with her tongue. Because she knows she's on camera and she can't.
Yes, Steph, I actually have a solution for that. You just like take it and then you wipe it on.
No.
Oh my God, no.
Okay, so what would your superpower be?
So my superpower would be, I want to be like the person that can like bend stuff.
Super like strength.
Yeah, super strength.
Mhm.
And see, she would be like Hancock. Remember that movie?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's what she would be, is
Yeah.
Hancock.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. What would you?
I mean, that would be cool to have that kind of strength because look at what you could do. I mean,
exactly.
hmm
Exactly. You know, I'm sitting in a meeting and somebody makes me mad and I pound the table.
and
And
tear everything to hell.
Yes. Yes. I just want that.
But how could you make money from it?
Because people would come see me as like the strongest woman in the world.
Can you open this jar for me?
And then I would
And
like,
she like breaks it.
I would break the jar.
Steph.
I'm kind of torn between two because I would like to be invisible for like what Scotty said to
God, I would be
play
dangerous.
pranks on people, but I would also like to have be able to heal,
Oh,
Yeah,
have
that's
a
a good
superpower
one.
to heal
Yeah.
people.
That's a good
that's
one.
a good one. Yeah.
I'm still lost. I don't know. I'm trying to. But like, I like both of those.
I mean, it's just that's why I say if you could be something, the Man of Steel is just the way to go. Because then you got your heal, you got your strength,
Yeah.
you got everything.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
I'd be She-Ra.
She-Ra, Princess of Power. I am She-Ra.
What the hell did she actually do? Play with some animals?
No.
She had some banging boobs.
Yeah. Well, and
Well,
She-Ra,
anybody can have that for money. I mean,
She-Ra was like really, really cool. Okay, so for me, She-Ra was the first time. I mean, I know we had Wonder Woman and everything,
Mhm.
but She-Ra was the first time that I actually saw an everyday woman become
A super.
a Supergirl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I want to be She-Ra. And I remember I would run around with my little sword and I would stick it in my shirt.
Like Austin does now.
I'm not sure where to go with this conversation.
And I would, and I would pull it out and I was like, I am She-Ra. And I would do that all the time.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
So what other questions? Was that your it?
Okay. Do you want me to go with the next one?
Yes.
This will be Scotty's favorite one. And we've had this conversation, I think. The show Naked and Afraid puts two strangers in extreme environments, and they are each only allowed to bring one item. So if you were stranded on a deserted island and could only bring one item, what would it be?
The problem is you need a machete,
Mm-hmm.
but you need to be able to start a fire too. So if you could bring the whole big Rambo survival knife that has all that, terrific. But
Does that exist though?
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
But damn, I would have to say I'd have to have the machete, because even if I couldn't come up with fire, I could at least cut down stuff and try to make something to stay warm.
Yeah.
No, I need fire because, I can burn my way through stuff without having to cut it down. I can just set it on fire.
You're gonna burn the whole island. Just burn everything down on the island. We don't need any of it.
That's right. But the knife, you could make spears. You could make something to gig frogs with if you had to. Go out there and catch fish. I mean, there's just.
I'd probably go with fishing line because you could do a bunch of different things.
Oh
with
God,
fishing line.
don't even go there.
What?
Because they've had two people on there try to bring
Oh,
fishing
really?
line, and it was complete failure both times.
I've never seen it. So
Yeah,
that's
complete
never
failure
seen it.
both times. Because in your mind, even the guy even said it. He said, "In my mind, there were so many things I was going to do," and they're like, "It just didn't work." It was really horrible. I'm not trying to knock
No.
you, but
No,
the
I
guy
didn't know
brought
that.
30-pound test line and thought it was such a great idea. What it was is the people that watch and sit at home and go, "Oh, I could do that." They set it up for people at home to volunteer. So they ended up with a guy, and that's what he did, was bring a whole roll of 30-pound test line. Yeah. Biggest
even
failure
need it.
ever.
Use
Biggest
it.
failure ever. He tried to use it, and it just didn't do any of the things he had it in his mind that it would do. It wouldn't do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a pocket knife.
A pocket knife.
A pocket knife?
Hold on. I'm going to cut this tree down.
Yeah.
And 14 days later.
She'll still be
I'll
whittling.
be like, Scotty, can I borrow your machete?
No, then you'll say, and Dot, can I borrow your fire?
What are you bringing? Fire?
I'm going to bring a match. I'm
A
gonna,
match?
well, not a match, but like the thing that you like can light stuff with.
A lighter.
A lighter.
Like
Yeah.
a strike
A
stick.
drill
A
lighter.
strike stick.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Strike stick. What is
Yeah.
that?
They got flint type sticks. It's just
Like a long match.
the little rods that you see people try to sharpen knives with. There's another one like that you strike against with the backside of a blade that cause a spark.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mhm. So,
Hmm.
so what you gonna bring, Step? Because we're on this island now.
I don't know. A beer.
Yeah, because that's going to last a whole 36 seconds.
It's a joke.
I can't tell you how many people that have answered this and go, "I take a cell phone," and I went, "You're
It's-
on a deserted island."
Gonna die.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
Step, how is a beer gonna help us? How is that gonna help us?
Well, you'll at least have the can.
I'll
you
bring a
get drunk?
pan so we can cook our stuff in a pan,
Well,
and then hit like animals over the head so we could kill
Oh
it.
no,
my
you can
God.
drink the beer and then we can cut the beer can in half, and then we can put our food inside the beer can and put it over the
There you
fire.
go.
We can make a beer can
Exactly.
chicken.
We
We
can
can
make-
chickens on the island.
Yeah.
Wow. Little Richard says, "I'll bring the helicopter."
I'll bring a boat.
Unfortunately, all I see Little Richard doing is going helicopter, 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 helicopter.
I'll bring a boat to get off the island.
Yeah, but how are you gonna bring a boat? It's
Very
gotta
carefully.
It's got to be something that you can carry, though.
It's a pocket boat.
That would be an inflatable raft because they actually have those that you can put in your. I saw them at REI. They're so cool. They fold. They're like these little light.
You at REI would be funny all by itself.
Oh, I love REI.
After
oh my
some
God.
margaritas.
I'm not drinking
Lord.
any more margaritas with y'all ever again on the
That's it.
flip
We'll just
side
drink
of this
one.
life. Girl,
Well, just drink wine.
Just one.
I'm sticking with my sweet tea.
Just
Y'all-
one.
Y'all
Just you got to know when does they win. Just
She's
one.
sticking with the
Mhm.
Long Island.
I'm sticking with
Have you ever
sweet
had a
tea.
Long Island?
I've
No.
never had a
Oh
Long
God.
Island.
Let me tell you,
I
the
haven't either.
first time I ever had one, we were at Bite Week in PC. There used to be this really cool bar called Kathmandu, and a guy that lived down there said, "Have you ever had a Long Island?" I said, "No." He said, "I'm gonna go get you one. I'll be back." So he comes back with a 32 ounce, and what I didn't know is not Applebee's kind of bars, because they mix exact percentages,
Right.
but hangout kind of bars where they just pour
Mhm.
and don't really keep up with a lot.
Mm.
A 32 ounce one. I had one and I didn't even finish it. I leaned over to shoot some pool and basically found myself falling onto the green felt. And I looked up at Mikey. I was like, "What's up, man?" He said, "You like that?" I said, "Oh yeah, this is the good stuff."
Well,
because
that's what I've heard.
it
is you
didn't
just
taste
suck it
bad.
down.
Oh yeah, no, you don't just suck it down. No, you don't just suck it down. That's where falling on the pool table comes in.
That's what I'm saying. Is it's you don't
It doesn't taste bad.
taste out like it doesn't.
It's got
taste
7
alcoholic.
different alcohols in it.
Oh my gosh.
So one is all you need.
So you're sitting down drinking it, and then you stand up, and then you're sitting back down or
Yeah.
on the ground.
That'll be like me on Saturday.
No, you never fell down.
I felt like it when I woke up Sunday.
What was funny was you in Target. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, Benny informed me that I got into the van with Denise and David and refused to get out. I'm
You
like,
kinda
"I
did. It was
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Your wife was like, "Come on." You're like, "No, I'm just gonna stay here and go home with them." And then she's like, "I love you, Denise." And David, you're so awesome.
Yeah, when I've been drinking, my words for everybody are "You are beautiful, I love you, and this is awesome."
Drunk love, man.
Mhm.
Drunk love.
But she loves us that much when she's not drunk.
And then Sunday morning, so I wake up and Benny's like, "Okay, I have something to tell you," and I'm thinking, "Oh my God!" And
I can't wait to hear this.
I know.
she goes, "I did something really bad last night," and I'm like,
Oh, I remember.
"We were together last night," and then my, because I know that I don't remember. The last thing I remember is sitting at the Mexican restaurant, and the picture of margaritas came out, and we were sitting there doing the queso, and then Denise and I did the Lady and the Tramp picture.
Yes.
That's the last thing I remember. And so
Well, we
everything.
also have your picture. I have your picture on the phone with the double fisting the drinks.
See, I don't even remember doing that.
You
part.
don't?
The last thing I remember, honestly, is us sipping the drink together with the 2 straws.
Do you remember doing it with Crystal too?
No.
You don't?
So Benny's like,
Good stuff, I tell you.
she's like, "Honey, okay, so last night you were having a monologue in the bathroom mirror."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
Did you get my text message Sunday?
"No."
Oh, you need to go back through your phone.
Well, so my phone was broken from like Saturday.
Because I left you some messages Sunday morning from Sunday night. Excuse me. I gave you the messages on Saturday night, figuring you would find them Sunday.
Oh.
Watch this. I'm gonna have to plug this here phone in.
Oh God, this is gonna be so funny.
Oh my
No.
gosh, I just saw that.
Hold on. Wait, I wanna know now.
I stood watching my iPad, and then I took my phone and recorded me
Oh my
watching
God,
the
yes.
iPad. So watch
Yes.
this.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all don't want me to show my butt to the world. No, don't show your butt to the world. Mine is not like yours. Crystal M says big hug. Denise says she loves you. Yes, that's it. Denise says big hugs. I'm not sure. My butt doesn't look like niece's butt, and that was an honest accident. And Scotty says we're just fine. They love you. Okay.
I love you, Scotty. I love you. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Before you stop it, I gotta talk about Crystal. So when I got ready to do ladies' song, right?
Okay, she's got to talk about Crystal.
Okay, so when I got ready to do ladies' song, so Scotty had approached me about doing ladies'
That's
song.
my microwave. I was heating something up.
And you said, okay, honestly.
So there's that one.
Oh my God.
Zach's got talent.
Zach's got talent. You know, it's like the whole Ladies Talk crew. When you sign with us, you sign with us. You're not just signing a damn radio contract. You're signing an opportunity to build your business, to build your brand. And if you don't believe in your brand like that, then we are not the right people for you. We are not. We are good at what we do. We know what we do.
You look at the phone. I want you to see your face when you're saying this.
You, then we are not the right people for you because we can sell ice to.
She said we could sell ice to Eskimos.
Jamie's going to grow up. She's going to graduate college in 2 years from now. Yes. She's
going to graduate college in 24 months.
In 24 months. She's ready. She's already reading. Did you see her
that's when
reading?
she's crying.
Zaylee reads.
Yeah, I can't lose Zaylee because Zaylee is like my heart. Emmy is, oh my God, Emmy reaching out to me last night.
So Zaylee and Emmy's going to walk across the stage together as college grads.
Yeah, Zaylee and Emmy, they are my hearts. I mean, you know, I've got my
You
children
listening?
and I love my children and I've walked through fire for my children.
Zaylee loves the crap out of you.
But, you know, to be able
Can I stop broadcasting now?
You're still broadcasting? I thought you would stop.
That's it, stop.
Wait a minute, let me talk about Crystal. So as we talk about Crystal. You ready for me to start?
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is the longest.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is here.
And the
It
tapping you
says,
hear
"Hi,
is
who's
Scotty
there?"
giving her hearts.
Yeah, I'm tapping the screen.
Beth, how are you?
Look at her waving.
So we're gonna stop the podcast.
If nobody does
We're not
Periscope,
podcasting.
The broadcast.
You're missing it.
Periscope.
Yeah.
Are you periscoping?
Yeah, we're gonna stop it. And
you need to go check out. You need to go check out Periscope because it's actually funny.
Oh
And
my
it only
gosh.
lasts for 24 hours.
Yeah, it disappears within 24 hours, so you're safe. Unless you save it to your phone, you can save it to your
Well,
phone.
and then you did one after you got in bed, and it was like the not so. What was it? You did another Periscope, and you were just going on and on again. It's so cute.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
It was awesome, though.
If you
This is
don't believe in
absolutely
your
hilarious.
brand,
If you don't believe in your brand, then we're not the place for you.
Isn't that funny?
And her face was so serious.
She was.
Well,
She
it is true because she's heard me pump it into her head that listen, we don't just advertise anybody. That we're very particular who we want to be in connections with because, for example, if I had one sponsor that didn't like another sponsor, then I can't really associate them with the same people if they're. I couldn't do work with one business guy and him not be a good quality business guy. And then the other 4 sponsors go, look, Scotty, we support everything, but we really don't want our name on the same bus that dude's name's on.
right?
So that's the sort of things I have to look at.
Oh, yeah.
And Scotty, I think I told somebody. I told a potential sponsor this. I said, Scotty only allows one business in each category.
That's right. There can only be one.
So, I was like, I'd love to have you as a sponsor, but I have to really think about this because I only get one shot. I was like, and if I was like,
So she's like, I'm not wasting my one on you. That's what she just said. That's what she just said. And the thing is if you had to already think of it like that, then you knew that wasn't a sponsor.
Yeah.
right,
If that makes sense.
right.
Yeah.
I don't mean to try to sound
Well, no, but
selective, but I got to be selective.
but we are. Well, it's not that we are very selective, but because of what we do. I mean, we are about promoting positivity in the community, and if you're not bringing the positive, and if you're not giving back, then you can't ride with us. I mean, it's just that simple. I'm
Ride or
sorry.
die.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a true ride or die, and if you're not that, then sorry.
If you not that.
If you're not that, you can't be on our
Didn't get
bus.
to stepping.
That is funny.
Get to
If
stepping.
you not that.
If you ain't that.
If you ain't that. But okay, so then while we're on that same vein, I actually had a really cool reach out this weekend.
I'm sure you got a really cool reach around when you got home. Is that what was that what you was meaning?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm read into that wrong.
Yes, you did. I was actually getting ready to talk about a nonprofit that reached out to me, and they are called the Family Dinner Time Project. And she was so sweet because she was like, hi, I was wondering how we could be a guest on your podcast. And I was like, well, I'm not really doing a whole lot of podcast shows right now. And, and so she wrote back, she's like, oh, I was like, but tell me kind of where you were going with this. And she's like, well, I just wanted, we wanted to try to get the word out about the Family Dinner Time Project. And we know that you've done a lot of stuff with the city of Roswell and promoting all of their homeschool events. And because I do a lot of homeschool promotions on my podcast. So I said, I'm not doing a podcast. I was like, but I am on the largest internet streaming radio show coming out of Atlanta, Georgia in the Conyers area on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. I said, so I can try to get you in there depending on how our show format is. So she was like, okay. I said, I can't promise you anything.
Mhm.
So I went and read their site because, I never like to promise if I haven't,
Checked them out. Yeah.
So I go and check it out and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So the Family Dinner Project is actually these really creative ideas about how to have good quality family dinner time. And they
Like
have
where everybody's doing, kind
Yeah.
of working together.
everybody's
That's
working
cool.
together, and they have like all these different games. And did you know that children who have family dinners, like actually sit down and have family dinners, that they are less likely to, number one, they're more likely to have a higher grade point average. Their resiliency levels, to recover from things like bullying and all that stuff, it goes
wow.
up. And also their self-esteem increases. And I'm like, oh, so when I'm reading this and, everybody's talking about how do we stop bullying? How do we fix bullying? It starts at the family dinner table.
Yeah.
It really does. It starts at the family dinner table. Bring your family back to the table and, you'll see, because I know this
Without
from our
your
own
phone.
family.
Without the phone.
Yeah,
Yep,
without the phone.
without
Without
or
the
a
phone.
TV.
Or the TV.
Mhm.
And I've seen this in our own family because, when I was a teacher, we used to have dinner and I would say, okay, you have to do, what's good, what's bad, what do you want to do different?
Mhm.
And so Niles, Allie grew up with me, because I was a new teacher when Allie was little. Niles grew up hearing this all his life.
Mhm.
So when we sit down, regardless of where we are, he'll go, okay, what's good, what's bad, what do you want to do different?
Well, and I do a thing too when we sit down together for dinner. I have these lists of questions that like if aliens came to school and beamed up 3 kids, who do you wish they would take and why? Like what's one thing you hope to learn before the school year is over? What rule's the hardest to follow and why? There's if one of your classmates would be the teacher for the day, who would you want it to be and why? It's just all kinds of just different questions like
Right.
that. Some of them are goofy, some of them are serious, but they love doing it. And it's like, who did you make smile today? Like just little stuff like that. There's 20, almost 30 questions. So I mean, we don't do them all the time. So we'll just do like 2 or 3 a night.
See, and kids love stuff like that. I mean,
Mhm.
those are some of the best memories ever. And, and it was so funny this morning. We were all, everybody's up and Niles is going to art class today at the sketching pad in Old Town. I love the sketching pad. And I love not driving to the village of Stone Mountain for art class. Thank you, Jesus.
Mhm.
But so, everybody's up and Allie and I, when we were going to school together, we had a contest to see who could beat each other out the door first. So literally, now that she's driving and she has an 8:30 class and I'm trying to get here by 7:15ish. So we're running for the door and my hip is killing me. And she's like, mommy, I'm winning. I'm finally winning. I was like, you can't win until I open the garage door up. So I'm standing there and I'm holding the garage door, the button and she's like, oh, you're such a cheater. I was like, I had 40 years of preparation.
Oh, yes.
So, but yeah, check out the family dinner. It's actually thefamilydinnerproject.org. And they have,
check them out.
yeah, they have some great stuff out there. So
When we first moved into this house, I had that rule of we don't eat at the couch,
Mhm.
that we eat
Mhm.
together. And that worked great till about the time Zaylee got here, because now Crystal demands, if you will, always to make my plate. If I make my plate, she gets mad at me.
Really?
She always wants to make my plate. And So she'll make my plate, and half the time I don't even know the food's ready or anything, and she'll just walk over and hand it to me at the couch. But the reason is because she's already been munching while she's making dinner because she has to feed Zaylee. So, it's just kind of become that way. But like when we get to go orders and stuff like that, and it's already made, and we don't have Zaylee, we'll sit and watch TV and eat together at the kitchen table because we have become a world of playing on your phones, anyways.
Yeah.
But we try to make it a habit to do that, sit and talk.
Yeah, I actually went to Golden Corral a couple of weeks back, and it was me and Ashley. The table to the side of us, it was one of the big tables, and all the seats were filled. And I looked over there as I'm feeding Ashley, and every single person at the table had their phone in front of them like
Of
this,
course.
and I'm
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
To me, those talk
just
about
become
missed
that world.
moments. I mean, those are so many missed moments. Like I have a rule, like when I would go out with my friends, we had the cell phones in the middle of the table rule. Everybody, we could check in, but then you had to take your cell phone and put it in the middle of the table, face down. And the first person to reach for their cell phone before we finished dinner had to
pay the bill.
Yeah, they had to pay the bill. Well, usually we would say you had to buy the drinks because our drink bill was always more than
your food bill.
Our food bill, yeah.
Well, most of the time, like if I go to dinner with all of y'all, Crystal and y'all are all talking about something that may not be something I care about. So it's easier for me to have my phone. But with that being said, what's the irony in this part? If we're all sitting at a table and your conversation is not interesting enough to keep my attention to where I have to break open my cell phone, what does that say about your conversation?
Yeah. Well, but I did notice on Saturday that none of us really touched our phone. Like
my phone was actually in the diaper bag.
You were doing some business stuff at first, but none of us actually really did anything. We were just enjoying it.
And that's how it is most of the time. How about yesterday? We're walking at this park yesterday. This one poor woman, and I don't mean financially, I mean mentally. This poor woman had 8 girls ranging from 10 to 13. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I would not wish that on nobody. Not one person deserves that torture. But we're coming off one of the little walkways, and there's a curve, and there's a picnic table, and all the little girls are throwing rocks in the pond. And the mom's playing on her cell phone. So I said to Crystal, I said, look, this is the world we've become. And I don't mean it. It's a double-edged sword when you say it. She's so busy on her phone that she's not paying attention to kids. But at the same time, the kids are so friggin' entertained. She would have been sitting there bored out of her mind if she didn't have her phone.
She's helping her own sanity.
So it's a catch.
Yeah,
it's a catch-22. She but it's just a world that we've become. I mean, there's times when I'm sure people stare at me and my wife because we'll be driving, we'll get out of the car, go to like the Wendy's, and we're both on our phones. And, I'm sure people are looking at us going, I bet you they don't even talk. But a typical household, if they did that, yes, you could say that. But with me and her, she's doing her thing and I'm doing my thing, and we're always working. I mean, when we're out in public too, people are seeing us and sending us messages about seeing us. So, I'm not trying to say I'm famous by any means, but I am very noticed. I mean, that's why I tell people I can't really go anywhere and get in too much trouble because somebody's there to see it.
Oh my gosh, Step. A couple of weeks ago, I'm in Loganville. Okay, Loganville Walmart, because I will not go to the Walmart here in Conyers. I'll either go Covington or Loganville.
Yeah.
So I'm in Loganville. I just got my hair done at Walmart because, my cousin's the manager over there. So I'm coming out and I said something, and this lady turns around and she goes, "You're Doc from Just for Fun Radio." And I'm like, yeah. She's like, "Oh my gosh, we listen to the morning show all the time. You are hilarious." I'm like, "Thank you." She's like, "I love the relationship. I love hearing you and Scotty banter back and forth." And she's like, and Denise, and she's like, it's so good. I was like, "Thank you. Thank you very much."
It's kind of neat.
Yeah. It was
She's famous in Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm Walmart
the same girl that will only buy pants from the mall She won't buy from Walmart, but she'll get her hair done at the Walmart. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
No.
You won't buy clothes from Walmart, but
they're
you'll get your
okay.
hair done at Walmart.
Because my
Something that
cousin works
everybody sees.
I know.
there. Yeah, but my cousin works there, so I have to support. I'm a firm believer of supporting family.
Mhm.
And American Eagle jeans are the only one that make my they don't. Okay, if I don't wear American Eagle jeans, then I don't have the pop to my butt. Like
The pop.
Yeah, my butt doesn't pop.
The booty pop.
I don't have the booty pop.
Oh my god.
Do you need them butt implants?
You can buy underwear. That has it in it.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
exactly. You can get
Yeah,
that
the
underwear.
that has the paddings in the back.
No, but I want it all natural. And American Eagle jeans give me that.
Accentuates.
Yeah, they give.
Unless they're a sponsor, you don't need to plug them quite so much.
Hey, I might be able to.
That's
do 'em.
just funny.
Just saying. But
That's
yeah,
funny.
so
Yeah, I was at Kroger a couple of months back, and I had my Just for Fun radio shirt on, and there was a lady that said something. Oh, I listened to them. I like them. And I told her, I said, well, thank you for listening and supporting us. And she looked and she said, oh, you're the redneck.
What gave it away? The mustard stain on my shirt.
That's so funny.
but,
It's
yeah.
hard to not get recognized. That's hot sauce right there.
Are you redneckinizing?
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my,
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
All right. Well, let's shoot off to commercial. We got 15 minutes. We got to let some of the sponsors be heard
Yes, and the social house. I think they're open today for dinner.
for dinner.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
Doesn't help lunch. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
I know.
But
Yeah, me
we need
too.
to lay off some of them lunches. We've got to where we eat a lot.
Yeah, we need to start all going to the gym after the show.
Something like that. All right, everybody, hang tight. We'll be right back. It's just for fun in the morning.
On the Monday.
Monday.
We got.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, David said he actually got off the exit of the south of the border.
Oh,
Off
cool.
the exit, but he had to go the opposite way.
Oh man.
I was like, "Somebody get some fireworks."
Who did that commercial, Scotty?
Oh, it's
That's been like one of the first commercials that he ever played.
Really?
I have no idea who that
I like that one. A little bit of buff, a little bit of shine. Kind of clean and enjoy it. Yeah. What do we have this weekend? We've got something on the calendar for this weekend. Houston. Are you going? I may try to. I'm not going to go the whole weekend, but I definitely want to see what Houston looks like.
Oh, it's real fun up there.
How far is it from here?
hour
About an
10,
hour.
Oh, okay.
roughly. Depending on traffic.
'Cause it's not quite to Gainesville, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not.
But it's
Taint.
it's past
It's
Buford.
It's Taint. It's between Winder and Brazelton. It's the Taint.
Oh, okay.
But it's real fun up there. I had a lot of fun when we went last year. I don't know if I'm gonna have my grandson or not this weekend.
I cannot believe that you are a grandparent. That just doesn't seem
Yeah, I have
right.
3. I have 3 grandkids.
Wow.
Her kids will catch up with us soon.
Wow.
Huh?
Your kids will catch up with us soon. They'll have another one.
Don't say that.
And then by the time they do catch up, we still got 2 more kids that could have kids.
Wow.
I'm not ready for Sarah to have another one yet.
That is so wow.
Hour and 12 minutes from right here. And that's if traffic's good.
Okay.
But yeah, my oldest grandchild is 6, and Kingston will be 4.
If you go through Monroe, it's an hour and hold on. It's processing it.
And then I have a 1-year-old grandson, Jackson. I have Tracy, Kingston, and Jackson.
Wow.
If you go the expressway, it's an hour and 14. If you go through Loganville into Winder, it's an hour and 13. If you go Monroe into Winder, it's an hour and 12.
Okay.
I've been considering going the Monroe Winder way, because the last few times I'm going through Loganville, I get hung at the traffic at 78. And then when you get to 316, you get hung up just a fraction. And then when you get to the red light where the railroad tracks is at 81, there's that Walgreens. And you have to go over the railroad track and go through the old town of Winder, I get hung up. So if I at least go Monroe into Winder, you come in the backside. Not that you know where any of that is.
I kind of do know a little bit.
What
So-
time does it start on Saturday? What time does it start on?
It starts on Friday.
No, I know it starts
Saturday morning, I'm there first thing in the morning. Ooh, I got to tell her to
because I'm
send me
going.
over
I think we're
this.
going to go out Saturday during the day because we're having our every couple of months. We have a couple of people from high school that get together every couple of months, and
Aw.
our get-togethers on Saturday. He was like, "Do you do little country boils?" And I was like, "I'm going to have the kids, and I can bring something if that's what you want to do."
What's a low country boy?
Like isn't it crawfish and shrimp and
Crawfish,
potatoes, corn?
Oh wow. Okay.
But you do it and you like
bacon
lay it all
seasoning.
out on the table,
Yeah.
and you just
paper.
eat off the table.
Really?
Yeah, we
Which I'm not a crawfish. I've never had crawfish. I don't want to have crawfish. I'll eat
They're
shrimp.
actually pretty good.
We got to be. Yeah,
You like
why would
crawfish?
you not like crawfish?
I've never
I've never
had
eat
it.
crab
I
meat?
don't want to. No.
Yeah, that's
Do you eat
exactly what
lobster?
No.
Do you eat shrimp?
Yes.
If you eat shrimp, a tail isn't much different, but it does have a little bit of a
It has a different
fishier taste.
Is
Yeah.
it the texture funny? I'm a texture girl.
Well, the tail still tastes like shrimp,
Yeah,
as
and
far
it's
as
the
texture.
Same texture as
but now
Shrimp?
sucking out the head though has nothing to do with
Stop
shrimp.
it. Stop. Okay, I'm not eating them then. No.
No,
You don't have to.
You don't have to suck the brains out.
Stop.
Oh my gosh.
You're a zombie. Y'all are not helping.
We got to talk about the image real quick.
You don't have to suck the brains out.
Whoa.
What was that?
A cup.
My wife or the baby?
I thought Zaylee was already.
I don't know. We're down here. We don't know what they've done upstairs. And then my stepdaughter's back for a minute.
Bella. She's turning my chair so that I can pet her. Watch her. She does it again.
What's Daddy doing? She's looking over here at you like, what are you doing?
Watch. Here she goes.
New car. I was gonna say, well, no, get your car clean and enjoy the flow. I need you to go to Rob.
Yeah, I wish I would have went to Rob's when I got
Oh,
tires.
you're whistling. I'm like, what is that?
I got to go over there to get an estimate for my car.
Well, I went to
I
Goodyear.
keep meaning to look and see what happened. Or like,
I went to Goodyear and got tires and spent $500.
You never go places like that.
hey, I went back to economy because that tire.
What?
Remember I seen
Yeah.
the picture of that tire? We
How old was
just
it?
gotten it. It's a new used tire, but
Oh, well, you ain't warranty no use.
well, no,
Did
I
they?
went back and I didn't have my receipt,
Uh-huh.
but it was the owner of the place, and I showed him on my bank account where it went through and everything, and he replaced it for free
Well, that's awesome.
and filled my don't. I love economy tires on 36,
On where?
also 36.
Where is it?
Do you know? Did she do it again?
Yes.
Um,
Now she's messing with the mic.
you know where the dollar store is, where that accident happened a while ago? Okay, if you're on the connector and turn on 36, it's probably down there about
The
a mile.
bypass?
Yeah,
They're down
I don't
on the
know why I
right or
can't-
left?
they're on the left if you're coming from the
Okay.
bypass.
So right over that little bridge.
Not quite that far. You pass dollar store on your right, and then it's down on the left, right next to the dump, right there. They
There's a dump
they
in
do.
Covington?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh.
There's a couple, a bunch.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the furniture store.
Oh no. I love you, Steph. Where do you bring your trash?
Okay.
Oh.
Well, it's the way you said it, the dump, because that's how they say it.
Yep. Yeah, did. Don't look, Ethel. It's too late.
It's the dump.
You missed the dump.
Let's go over there and get us a new sofa. That one looks pretty good. Just don't look at the blood stain. We might be able to wash that.
Just get some bleach.
Or put a blanket over it. Now she's doing it to you.
Hello. You're so sweet. You're just like Dragon. We're coming back on.
And we're back.
Bella, stop.
Go lay down.
Go lay down. She goes back.
Not like a home alarm to just sit there and keep messing with people.
Yeah, she was over here turning my chair so I could pet
Look,
her.
I just passed a picture. It made me think about the fact that Doc's going to try strychnine.
You are.
I am allergic to strychnine.
How are you allergic to it? You don't even know what it is.
It's pork.
Well, the only reason you know that is Benny narked me out and told you.
Yeah, isn't that like the fat
It's like
stuff?
sliced pieces of fat back.
Ugh.
It's really good, though.
Ugh. My
Little-
grandmother used to
little
use
salt
it.
on it. Yeah, come on. That's the way to go.
She would make it in green beans.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
I've just had it where it's just cooked up like bacon and
I-
you just eat it all by itself. Like
I
bacon.
do salt pork and green beans. It's really good. One of my friends showed me the recipe.
Yeah, I couldn't eat it plain. That's like eating spam that's not cooked.
Wait.
If I'm gonna eat it, it's got to be cooked.
Are we going to do it just for fun fear factor and eat all this crazy stuff we're talking about?
Well, I tried to do one time and people were like, yeah, I'll do it. And then nobody wanted to. Like I wanted
Yeah.
to do
I sat
sheep
the-
testicles and goat eyes, some pig brain,
I sat in the electric chair, but I don't know if I'm going to eat some ass.
Yeah.
pig ears, pig snout, pig knuckles,
Pig
Pig
feet.
feet.
pig feet.
Pickled pig feet.
I volunteered to be the curator of the event, and
She's like, I ain't eating anything.
We'll get listeners to eat it. We'll be the judges.
that's right. We'll be the judges. Yeah,
Well,
that's what
we
we're
had
gonna
a
do.
bunch of people that were like, yeah, I'll do it. And then nobody really would do it.
Yeah, because we were gonna get the
Like it was a great idea.
we were gonna get the hottest peppers.
Oh,
that
those
there
ghost
is.
peppers.
Yeah,
Oh.
or I think there's actually one that's hotter than that called the scorpion pepper.
Oh wow.
And we
My stomach would not be liking me.
Mm-mm. No.
Well, we're at 3 minutes. What do we have planned for tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow. I don't know.
The morning show.
I wonder, is that real? I mean, for real? You think so? So you won't be here tomorrow, Doc?
I won't be
Tomorrow,
here
listen to me.
tomorrow.
Golly.
Tomorrow. No, I won't be here tomorrow or Wednesday. Crystal and I are actually going to go do yoga at Soul Yoga in Old Town at 10 o'clock. And then I have tutoring with Niles. So, yay.
And then I have to do. I don't know what was going on about the Guns and Gadgets tomorrow night. We'll figure that out. Wednesday night, we have the Aaron Hill with Electric High radio show. Thursday, we have Ladies Talk, but I also have bike night at Harley.
I know we're by ourselves.
You're by yourself that night.
I know.
And you're doing it here. or
I'll have it
that's a live
set
remote
up, you know.
No, we would never do a live remote without Scotty. Girl, have you lost your mind? Look, I'm a lot of things, but I am not crazy enough to try to do that.
That's right.
Uh-uh. Look, I need Scotty for a lot of things in my life, and running the switchboard on live remotes is one of them.
Yeah, because that was a little. it's not that it couldn't be done, but it was like we were having the worst luck with all the internet that night.
Yes.
But it was
That
also
night
your
was
first
bad.
one too, right?
It was the first one. Well,
Well,
you know,
Old Town, there was just something going on about the internet that night.
it was something in the
Was
air.
it?
Yeah, it was something. It was
like their Wi-Fi that they offer was not working. Then my hotspot wasn't working.
Mhm.
Then it was working, and Lisa's hotspot wasn't. So it's like one would work where others wouldn't,
Mhm.
and then they would all rotate. One would work where others wouldn't, and then all of a sudden, where she said that her hotspot had not worked all day, all of a sudden it started working, and mine wouldn't work at all. So we just stayed with hers.
Somebody's sitting there with a plug on.
I know.
Crazy. Well, something was
that
going on that was interfering with Wi-Fi. Like
Yes.
my Behringer board that runs Wi-Fi, its own Wi-Fi to the Droid pad was even interfering with whatever was happening in Old Town. It's almost like is shambastic as this sounds, so bull crap and conspiracy theory. It's almost like they had something out there in Old Town plugged in that was blocking everybody's Wi-Fi.
Were they doing filming at all anyway?
No,
Mm-mm.
but it was just weird like
It
that.
was just, yeah, it was just crazy weird. But you know, I love doing the live remotes though, and the listeners really enjoyed it too.
But you see why
Yeah.
we need those controllers right there
Yes, I
for
do.
blocking all the background noise.
I
Because
totally do.
where we were was extremely echoey. I mean, we hardwood floors, sheetrock walls, a flat ceiling. Yeah, the echo in that room was horrible.
But we did it, and we're going to do it again.
Now, it's a great building. I didn't mean it to sound that way. I didn't want anybody to take what I'm saying wrong.
no,
but
I mean, but it's a
sound wise,
sound.
soundproofing needs a lot of soundproofing.
Well, you know, but that also taught me, you know, as I'm going out looking for new live remote locations, now I actually have a checklist of things that I need to make sure of first.
Just for fun.
Hello.
Okay.
Anybody?
Is
Oh.
there anybody?
Hello.
there? Hello.
Oh, well, he'll call back.
All righty then.
But yeah, that particular day, like, Doc, what have you found out about internet? We'll find out at 1. Really? That should have been thought about like 3 months ago when we planned it.
Well, I wasn't
Like
thinking.
Rob's performance, I know has internet. You know,
If I go to yoga with you, can she work around my foot? Can I do yoga without my foot?
yeah, just leave it in the car.
I want to. I was telling her yesterday. Was it yesterday? I was
Yeah.
telling you I wanted to cut it off. You're like, no.
Craziest thing ever.
Yeah, no, you can't cut your foot off.
Can you
But
work
can I
around
do
my
yoga-
foot?
Can I do
Sure.
yoga without using my foot?
How about you? How about doing yoga without being there? That would be cool to see.
You could do chair yoga.
Just for fun.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, y'all should have played
How are
along.
you?
I was gonna be like,
Well, you're awesome. How are you, darling?
Awesome. I'm just doing homework today and whatnot. Just got up out of bed. I was tired.
Oh, bet.
I was yeah. But you know, Dedes County, I came up.
yeah, I
with an
know him.
idea.
I met him once. I saw him in a mirror a little while ago.
I have an idea.
It was like looking at a twin, huh?
Be careful with those ideas.
To end the show this morning, you should play Itchy Twitchy Spot.
Wait, what?
You're
What?
what?
Oh, that stuff I was
Aaron-
going to download. I
Yeah.
hadn't got around to downloading it, but I need to.
Is that the one Aaron was showing
Yeah.
us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just hadn't got around to downloading it. I need to get it. I will get that though.
That song is stuck in my head.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm so sure, dude. I'm telling you, it's a good song. I just got to get it downloaded. I forgot about it.
It's catchy. It's very
I mean, I
catchy.
truthfully stay so busy now that I'm backwards sometimes. Like some of the stuff I need to do, I just don't have time to do.
He sure is.
Right. But I'm looking forward to a great week of Electric Eye and Ladies Talk.
Good,
Well,
good,
thank
good,
you.
good.
Thank you. Yes. And
I and I will definitely be commenting on the show because this week is special needs, right?
Well, actually, this week is Rewind. Special Needs is either the second week of October or the third week of October, because the guest that I needed wasn't available this Thursday.
And at the end of the month, they
Okay.
usually do a rewind and talk about each show that they've already had that month. So it's kind of a recap. The end of the month show in the last Thursday of every month is a recap of other shows. Because there's some things y'all talk about that need to be kind of discussed again, and also, is there any conclusions from them or anything like that? And I've got to stop saying I've noticed today I've said that a lot.
That's okay.
I got a question for you, DJ Scotty.
Okay, I may have an answer for you, Drew.
What in the world do you do at bike night when the ladies are having ladies talk?
Oh, bike night stuff. Just play background music and things of that nature that's going on at bike night. If there's a lot of people there, we try to do giveaways and games like that, but just trying to help Falcons Fury Harley build their clientele back up and their businesses back up.
Sure.
Okay.
You asked.
I gave you an answer.
Right.
So this Thursday we'll be there. But then the next month, it appears some advice that I gave might have been taken, and we're changing the nights around a little bit, because the bad thing is when you do the last Thursday of the month, we're competing with another big Harley, and there's no competing with them. So we should have individuality and not try to compete with somebody else on the same time frame that they are.
Right. Well,
So there you have it. All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
Call in and say hi.
All right, man.
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right.
Love you all.
Have a good day, Drew.
All right.
Bye, Drew.
See ya. All right, everybody.
Bye.
We's getting out of here. We gonna get out of here.
Out of here.
It's time to go.
Time to go.
Things to do. I don't remember what it was because it's Monday and I try not to plan a whole lot, but I'm sure there's something I got to do. I know I got to call the insurance company. I got to put a complaint against my insurance company.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, they sent some Duberwad Smith whatever.
I like your words today.
Yeah, I'm having to create other words to keep from cussing, but I pay for uninsured motorists
Mhm.
Yeah.
for what happened. That's the reason. And then the guy's like, well, after reviewing your thing, we're not going to da 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 da. And he was real smart aleck. So then
Well,
I started making him understand that his person was lying to him. And then he says, well, she said that. And I said, well, if she would have said that, then the email that you're talking about that she sent me, she would not have sent me. She wouldn't have needed to send, because what they're telling me is because it happened on the way it happened that that I didn't have to have the police since the guy ran.
Right.
Long as I filled out this report. So the woman emailed me the report to fill out. So the guy's saying, well, she told you needed a police report. Well, no, she didn't. Well, she said that she did.
oh my gosh.
Well, then why would she have sent me this to fill out? That you just contradicted yourself.
Right.
So yeah. Then once he heard that, he's like, well, I need to investigate that. So now I'm calling his boss because I don't like that. Because at the end of the conversation, I made the comment that I didn't appreciate the smart mouth he had and the rudeness he had when he first called. And he said, well, I didn't. I said, you point blank said, we're not going to cover your thing because of blah, blah, blah. He said, I didn't say that. I said, yeah, you did.
Oh,
Now you're going to tell me yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So now I'll be making sure that every phone call I have is
it's
recorded.
recorded, because in the state of Georgia, only one person has to know that you're recording a conversation.
That's right.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I can document my life any way I see fit.
That's
So.
right. You know.
All right. We is out.
We're out of here. I'm going to get my nails done. Then I got to go over to Rob's and get an estimate on my car.
Yes. I told him about that. He's expecting you.
Okay.
I don't know if he's expecting you this morning, but he's definitely expecting you to be there.
Yeah, because nobody's
he knows
touching
you're
my
coming.
car but Rob.
That's right. Anything else out of you two?
Nope.
Nope.
I'll see
So
y'all on Thursday.
I'll see you two tomorrow then.
Yes.
Yes.
And tomorrow you'll see whatever it is you see, Doc. All right. We're out of here. You can just tell it's Monday. Like, I am so just like,
Oh, Lord.
I'm tired. I didn't realize I was this tired.
All right, what are you taking us out on, Mr. DJ?
I don't know. I'm removing the commercials and all the other stuff that was up next in
our lineup.
so forth. Come get my door. Ravens, how am I supposed to get my door? I have no means of transportation. We will see y'all on the flip side. Let me text this fool. I'll see y'all later. Everybody, we're going out on Cricket on the Line by Colt Ford. So everybody have a good day. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, we sound like Charlie's Angels.
Am I Charlie and y'all are my angels? Because y'all are far from any angels I've ever seen.
Hey.
Devil in sheep's clothing, wolves. Okay, we're out of here. We'll see y'all later.
Whatever.
That's interesting.